Okay, we are live. It is the Wandering Isles time. It is Wednesday. It is 7 p.m. Irish time.
My dudes.
Good evening. We're ready. We're here. It is time.
We're panicking.
We are panicking, Anakin. We will have...
I got a panicking.
I believe we'll have Rhino joining us shortly. And hopefully John as well. He's having minor tech issues in the back. We'll hopefully get that sorted. So technically we may have a full party, but I will introduce who we have available at this moment. And then if people join us later, I'll just slip them in silently. Playing Dash today, we have Keen. Playing Dash today. Like, is there an alternative? Can we have other people play Dash?
I mean, that's a finite line.
Yes, I can play Dash on the
regular.
right.
That actually does check out.
Yeah, it does. It checks out.
Kyle for Eldrin.
I was gone for a whole few months. And, yeah.
Kyle for Eldrin, Roy for Eos, Busy for Hatsu, and Richard for Slate. And if they manage DoorDash. And if they
DoorDash?
if they do join us, we will have John as Weslyn, and we will have Ryan as Adriana. I mean, we're gonna just jump straight into it because it's a busy evening. So if you're ready, I think Cian, take it away. Where else?
Previously on the Wandering Isles. After a week surveying the Scorched City, the party continued their covert entry to Saigo no Toshi. Using the seal and layers of invisibility, they slipped inside while Dash and Aldrin remained outside the walls. Their conversation revealed that Elendor Thistlenook and Sister Valeth were inside the city, and also that Bathros' magic connects everyone who has ever entered the seal to him. Inside, the group uncovered a hidden entrance beneath an abandoned tea house and met Hana, who led them to a concealed bathhouse filled with survivors. There, Hatsu reunited with his sister, Asuka, and learned that their mother was imprisoned in their old home, and also found Lissa deep in labor with Ayami supporting her. Nearly 7,000 civilians still trapped in Saigo no Toshi, Hatsu outlined the evacuation plan. Only 60, roughly, of the most vulnerable could be rescued. Elsewhere, Adriana scouted the Toshitsugu residence, now an enemy outpost, and used Dash's animal coin to unleash a devastating stampede that tore through the building, just as a blood moon broke through the sky. Chaos erupted, survivors fled into the streets, Slate witnessed Hana's Maleficum heritage flare to life, and from the wreckage of the Hatsu's home, Boreal Paleclaw rose once more to protect his family. At the shoreline, the stampede surged towards Dash and Eldrin. Ducky, Eos's loyal steed, panicked and bolted back towards the city, sending Dash sprinting after him with Chicken the Fox at his side. As the crimson moon bled across the sky, Dash became a father as Weslyn delivered twins, the radiant Alyssa and the fiery infernal Ash. As the session closed, King Ramzet's army arrived on the horizon, intent on erasing Saigo no Toshi. The city now echoes with its final heartbeats. We join up today with Slate.
Hell yeah. Slate. Across from you stands no longer the figure you saw before as Hana, but instead a new figure took her place. Purple skin and horns, looking very Maleficum. Her eyes glow red. She looks faint and woozy as she slips away from the building, her all-important jewelry chest in her pocket. What would you like to do?
Which direction is she going? So I saw her come from the direction I came, but I don't know where. As she headed back that direction.
She stumbled for a moment and she's just holding onto the ledge. She's quite close to the door. She hasn't walked off yet anywhere. She just opened her eyes, and simultaneously as we had our blood moon rise, we also have the eyes of hers glowing red. Something you're sort of familiar with at this point. You have seen these sorts of things before.
I am going to close the distance to, a relative 20 feet or something. I'm not really planning to do much. I want to see what happens. I don't want to startle her. I don't want to spook her. But I want to see that she's okay. So I'm looking to see what happens next before I act. So I'm just sort of I'm not hiding as such, but I'm in plain sight, but I'm just hanging back and letting her recover and take that moment at a safe, respectful distance. So were she to look or to even glance in the direction, I would be immediately obvious. And
You're
I'm
invisible
just
at the
going
moment
to...
for about another minute or so, I believe. Like you have that in your
is
pocket.
actually true. Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, so then again, same thing. I'm just going to sit and watch and just wait and just see what transpires.
Yeah. She's trying to catch her bearings. She glances up towards the sky, looking at the moon. She stands up tall. She sort of shivers and shakes for a moment, and then her eyes become more of a pinkish hue again. She lets out an exasperated sigh. Ugh. And then she starts to walk towards the building that would be next to it, would be where the rubble is, where this big guy is like lumbering through and making all sorts of noise, pulling this rubble and rock apart.
So at that point, I'm going to speak and make my presence known, and just say, "Are you okay?"
She will immediately ignite her hand, and the big guy will stop moving things and look across to you for a second. They'll both like look into the sort of distance through you, as it were.
I'm going to take a second and talk through Vatros and say, Adriana, whatever, like this is internally, whatever you're doing, in about 10 to 15 seconds, they're going to be able to see you. And then I'm just going to say out loud for the others, I see you're like me. You have powers. Hold on a moment. And then I'm going to make some audible noise and like step forward. I'm going to count in my head the roughly 15 seconds and then drop concentration, hands up, visible, not at the side, like in the middle of the street. So I'm like totally visible. And I'm going to say...
she just holds one hand out, like stop, and at the other hand she has like behind her with this ignited palm.
We're part of the rescue effort. We're all meeting back at the tea house behind you. Anyone like you or anybody else who needs to get out, that's the rendezvous.
She glances down, sort of where you are now is this kind of, it's like a wide exposed alleyway that's almost off of the, I don't have to explain it. If you've been in Vegas, you'll know what I'm talking about, because it has this big runway full of shops and stores and stalls and people, street performers, and all sorts of stuff. It's a big expansive space, so alleyway feels like rude to say, but it is covered and it has like pillars and stuff, and it leads into stores and stuff, and that's where one of the stores was that you had seen when you came around the corner, and then the other one where he's pulling the rubble out and stuff.
So Vegas, I know a little something about that.
Hell yeah. It's the only time I've seen one that's like that. But he goes back to rummaging. He doesn't give a shit, so he's like pulling bricks out and stuff. His priority list is not, you're nowhere on that list. But for her, before you continue, show me your eyes, please.
I walk another 10 feet forward, so I'm 10 feet away, and then I'll let her if she wants to go closer.
She moves up and she examines your eyes. She gets like really close and she starts pulling down on the skin. All right. You're not impacted by that? She looks up towards the moon.
I mean, not yet. I don't know.
Right. Have you ever been impacted by that?
That's a long story I can't get into. I don't know is the answer.
What type of magic do you do besides invisibility? Do you have anything that can help with this? And she points to the rubble.
So I'm going to do two things. The first thing I'm going to do as an action is take her form and mirror her stance, except instead of the fireball in the hand, I'm going to do the cantrip, and I'm going to do magic hand, mage hand,
Okay.
and I'm going to send mage hand over to the rubble to, if he's lifting, to either lift with them or clear away, or to,
Sure.
take bricks or whatever it is that works with him, and I'll shoot it across and go like that. So I'm still as
Good
her.
idea. And she does the same.
So then my mage hand will work as hers, so we have two hands to lift together, and
What is your name?
they call me Slate.
They call me
You?
Hannah, but at this point, I guess Kaelora will do.
That makes sense. I've heard of you.
Well, pleasantries aside, your friends found their way inside. They are with Lissa and a few of the others. I saw some people come pouring out because we have about 20 minutes until they plan on opening their portal.
How is Lissa, and who are the others? I need names. I have a list.
Lissa is extensively pregnant, and you want to know a list of the entire rebels
Anyone that you can name quickly who you know was there.
in the room?
Yeah, anybody.
Sure. There would be Dachi was in the entrance, I suppose. Asuka, Elder Cohen, Malric is right here. That's himself. Nora, Orla, Lissa, Saito was there. The sisters, Atrana and Layla, they were there. Liami. I think in the library was Masaki Kinzawa. There could be more, but they may have been out as well. I'm not sure.
So, as she says name by name, I'm just going to talk audibly under my breath, but I'm actually talking to Amy and Dash and saying to them, these are the people that are here, and just as a name, she says a name, I say the name, she says a name, I say a name, and I'm going to say these are already at the evac point, all safe and accounted for.
Well, they would have been, but I believe they ran out looking for survivors, people, the sick, the weak, the weary, the injured, which is why we're here. Some of our injured are hopefully still alive within these walls.
So Lissa's gone out searching to get others.
Not Lissa. She is still safe. But the others, I would imagine Ayami probably stayed with her. I assume your friends did, but
Perfect. So then I'll just inaudibly now this time just going to say Lissa confirmed, with, as far as I know, Weslyn had to EOS at extraction, ready to go. Moving forward for the others, we'll keep you updated. And then just go back to her. Okay.
Sorry, just
how else?
to check, are you communicating that via Vathros to myself?
Yep.
And
Yep.
then you would hear a response back, out of breath. Check if Elendor and Sister Valeth are nearby.
No sign of those. Haven't heard those names yet. Stand by.
are you saying that out loud, or are you saying that in your head?
No.
No.
And then I'm going to turn to her and I'm going to say, it's a long story. And I'm going to turn around and ask about Sister and Elendor and say, do you know these people? Have you seen them? Are they alive? Are they here?
Yes. I believe in here. At least we hope. We don't know. They were here when the explosion went off.
I'm going to gesture to the broken building that he's digging out, and we're currently talking while the mage hands are helping. Here? Pointing at that.
Here.
Right.
We were supposed to get them out. We thought you were coming at midnight for some reason with the boat. So we were supposed to get them out before, but we haven't had time. It's been constantly people here. So now we have more priority rather than safety.
What do you know about physics?
Quite a bit, actually.
Excellent. I'm going to reach into my bag, take out a crowbar and my entrancing shovel and hold them out so she takes one, and whatever one she doesn't take, it's law of the lever time.
Yes,
Because
all right.
I'm not strong, but, we can help Mage Hand and we can accelerate the process. Get our hands
How
dirty.
desperate are you to have these things separated?
These things separated?
Well, I could make a better lever with both of them. But I'm good at putting things together. I'm not so good at taking them apart again.
That's a problem for later. Let's do it.
She snaps the back of the handle off. It comes off quite easily. Something about that reminds you of Dash, but you're not sure why. She presses the crowbar to the top, and she begins to cast a spell on them that takes about 30 seconds. And a bright light kind of glows around it and fuses them. One end of it a crowbar, the other end a shovel, but now with a completely metal handle. Probably good for later. She goes over and she hands it to Malric, and he just digs it in once and begins lifting, and the whole building just begins to make this loud crumbling sound as he very quickly begins to part the rock and sea.
What I'm going to do is, as he's making headway with that, then because I'm using Mage Hand, I'm actually going to stop digging with it, and I'm going to ask Kaelora to help me with this. I'm going to look to, like, when you dig a mine tunnel, you have to support it as you go, otherwise it recollapses. So as he's pulling bits out and lifting bits up, I'm going to be getting the Mage Hand to prop a bit of rock or to move something out of the way to assist him in what he's doing, as opposed to independently digging beside him, to try and create supports. And therefore, if he reaches a pocket that somebody was trapped, they'll actually have a way to come out. That's kind of the idea.
So I'll give him advantage on this check. I don't think I've ever had first roll of a campaign before.
Can I let him know that I know a little something about this and just pat him
You
on
absolutely
the back?
can. This is a good time to use everything you have because...
Yeah. So I'm going to explain to him.
Is it 1d4?
Malric, Malric, I believe it is. I was like, I know a little something about this. As you lift, we'll try and prop it up. I'll help you any way I can. And I'm going to start, so he can see what I'm doing as the Mage Hand is helping him. And he can direct me, as in if he starts to struggle on the left side or the right side, and, we'll work together.
With a 30 on his athletics check, he very quickly and easily begins to move the rubble and rock out of the way using this tool. He creates this kind of opening that falls aside, revealing more rubble, but he moves in and begins to do the same. With a 30, I'm not going to stop the steam drain. He's going to keep going, but it's more about time. He's doing it a little slower just so he can also keep an eye out for potential body parts or limbs or anything that he can see that might indicate that a person is there, smushed, squashed, or otherwise. Because they don't know the state of anyone that's within those walls.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd imagine that looks going to take us some time, so I'll continue with that.
Perfect. I will switch to the boys inside of the bathhouse with the two babas. Boys and girl. Sorry, yes. Yeah. So, what are you guys doing in there?
Eos, what you doing?
It's a very good question, to be fair with you. I myself don't know. You all seem to have a plan. I haven't been told much except to stay here by Madriana.
I just don't know yet what to do. I have to look for my mother, I guess.
Are you sure it's safe to do that?
I don't think it's gonna be safe, but I have
Want
to
me to go with
try.
you?
We should wait for Slate. He can maybe
Okay.
talk to the others.
Okay. Those things are getting quite complicated now. We have 2 newborns, among everything else.
Asuka, are you sure that she's in there?
I believe so. I don't know. I forgot her accent. I totally blanked on it, my bad. I was still in Kelora mode, my bad. I don't know.
Would you stay with Lissa if we look for her?
Would I not be better suited with you?
You would. But I think Ayama has more reasons to let it go. If you know what I mean.
Alright. 15 minutes, that's it.
Hi.
Good luck, my
Oh,
friend.
before I forget. There is not a lot of resources on the Pearl left. And nothing grows there at the moment. So we need supplies. We can't feed 100 people with a few rations, I guess. Do you have any idea how we could get supplies fast?
Almost everything here has been raided, but the center of town, the prison, our home, and any of the strongholds. That is where all the rations and supplies and all the wealth of the city has gone.
So, if I move home quick, we could get two birds with one strike, right? Could
Right.
look for rations and for Mom.
True. If we're able to attack another stronghold, we might be able to get more. We could do that. I might not even be seen.
Alright. We should trust Weslyn with Lissa.
They look over at Weslyn
def-
and like he's talking about lamb procedure, like how it happens when lambs give birth, and like the fact that you need to kind of wrap them a little bit, and like he's going through a different thing.
He looks over to Eos. And whoever is left in the room, if actually most of them have spread out. Is there anyone left in a room besides Weslyn, Lissa, Ayame, and Asuka?
Yeah, and you too. No, everybody's left this
Yeah.
entire place. There's nobody
Yeah.
left in this facility besides that.
Yes, I don't know if you... I think you should stay here. You are the key to get these people out, and I don't want to risk you getting harmed or captured.
I don't want to help.
I know, Eos, and you will help in your ways. But if something goes wrong, everybody's stuck here.
Okay.
How does she fit into this? Why are we protecting her with our lives when we could use her to attack another stronghold?
Because she's gonna create a portal. She doesn't know, but she doesn't live alone in her body, and a deal has been made. There's gonna be a portal, and the portal is gonna bring at least 100 people to a safe place. And without her, can only get 2 or 3 out of here. So she is the key to get more out safely. At least the ones that can't make it themselves. So the rest of us can then reunite to create a way out. Do you want to do this together, or shall we split?
I will attack a different stronghold. You go. Take... How competent are your friends? Can you
I would trust my...
Weslyn protect Lissa and the babies?
Hi.
So Ayami and Asuka both look at each other and just nod. Ayami stands next to you, ready to go with you, and Asuka's ready to go attack a stronghold. Keep her with you. You have 15 minutes. If I come back here and you're not here, I'm coming for you.
Hi.
Not a single step echoed in this marble large room as she runs towards the exit. No sound, no reverberation, nothing. Silently and swiftly she moves and disappears into a corridor, down under the tunnel and back up. She runs out to the streets. I would say Slate sees her, but he definitely doesn't. As it stands, you, Weslyn, Eos, Ayami, and Lissa, and the babies are here. Weslyn's trying to figure out how to, like, put them into a blanket to swaddle them, but it's not... He hasn't done this in a long time.
Good luck, Atsu. May Minerva guide you.
We'll be back soon.
You better be.
Hi. If not, I'm gonna see you in the cave. And he runs off.
Again, not a single sound made. The loudest sound is like Eos going to her tea.
But I would say when he's outside, he would look around. Would he see Slate? Like, see on the open street?
Yeah, so you're heading outside. When you head outside, like, you see first of all, you see the moon. That's the first thing you see because you weren't aware of that technically from where you were. So once you make it outside, that is the first thing you see. The storm rages on, and you do see Slate, and you definitely hear him. There's a lot of noise, and you see some very curious entities and parties from around the area at what that noise is. Though it is being masked by the storm at a distance, it's not... Once the big rubble starts moving, it doesn't matter how far into the storm you are, that noise is heard. But you definitely see Slate. You see Malric digging, and you see now Kaelora with, as opposed to Hana, different outfit, different person, purple skin. But you know who she is probably immediately. So
Elias.
I'm gonna take one step back from the rubble, and I'm still sort of vaguely doing a bit of this, so the mage hand is working, and I'm gonna glance over to the direction of Hatsu's voice.
He would step closer so they could talk normally, but in a hurry, obviously. We need supplies for the survivors. There's nothing on the Pearl. My sister went out to raid a stronghold. I have to go to raid another one with Ayame, which is gonna be my home. Word's out that my mother is captured there as well. Anyway, besides that, we need supplies. We can't feed that much people on 20 rations or something.
So to kill two birds at one stone, I'm going to, like when you have an earpiece for radio, sometimes without thinking about it, you find yourself touching it. I'm going to go like this and just say, I'm Adriana, Hatsu's inbound to your location. Apparently his mother's there as well.
Dash, you get that as well as you're running towards the
exactly. Survivors and supplies. I'm currently digging people out of a building. Hatsu's on the way. And I said it out loud so Hatsu hears me passing on the message. So I'm actually telling Hatsu where Adriana is. So I'm doing the two at once for speed because I don't have time to repeat it all.
Okay. Dash, you pick up on
Who
this
the
as
fuck
well.
is with Lissa?
And Hatsu just hears me say, Weslyn, obviously.
Weslyn and Eos are with Lissa, and
Yeah, he has
thought
to
it would be a
do
better-
the portal.
Exactly. I told her, if we can't make it, we're gonna meet you at the cave.
We'll meet somewhere.
And he would, since it's dark, he just would glance at Ayame. And he would basically dash and bonus action shadow step the whole way. But the shadow step bonus action he would use in a way that he would teleport towards cover and then run from there. So like a
That's-
zigzag, hard to spot.
As soon as Hatsu starts to move away, the second he makes any movement, I would just say Hatsu. So he'd pause for a second, and the second he does, I would just say, good luck. And then I'd go back to what I'm doing.
So you'd hear just from Dash, army incoming, hurry the fuck up.
Dash wouldn't know that. I said that to the stream and to the players, but not to the characters.
Sorry.
So you don't
Thanks
know
for
that.
clarifying.
Yeah, okay.
Ducky incoming.
Ducky coming is a good one. Lastly, Hatsu hears a sleek on, huh?
Yeah.
Hatsu, as you move, like you move through the shadows and get up onto like a ledge or vantage point so you can get across the city quicker, you find Ayami already waiting there for you.
Bruce!
You find Ayami already sitting there, waiting, and you both just take off into the night. I suppose that's probably a good point to actually go to Dash, to find out how he gets on with Ducky. Hi, Dash.
I can hear the concern on Rory's face.
He's somewhere sighing exasperatedly.
Can I just quickly roll perception check for quicksand?
Yeah, of course. You detect so much quicksand. It's just everywhere. You don't even need to roll for it. It's pretty much all of Saigo no Toshi was built on an ancient quicksand ground. I don't have to look at Rory. I can just feel his face getting red.
How do you think they got rid of all the enemies? Quicksand.
As you take off and run towards Ducky, what do you want to do?
Want to run towards Ducky?
Okay. You start getting bombarded with animals.
Well, the intention is to try and... Well, if she's running towards them, I assume there's this kind of parting of the Red Sea situation where they're going around.
Ducky has a good lead on you, so they're kind of weaving in and out, and so it makes it a dangerous maneuver for both of you, and Ducky. Ducky a little bit easier because Ducky's big. You not so much.
Okay, that's right. I've seen enough anime. I'm going to run across the tops of the animals.
All right. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm in. I'll get acrobatics from you. That's probably the best check we can do for this. It's not exceptionally high, but high enough.
That is a 23 for acrobatics.
You just jump up and do like a Neo pose in the air for just a second, then you get knocked out of the way by a cow and you're killed. No, you land on top of like of a deer and you just start running across the animals as they kind of go. You are now gaining ground on Ducky, who still has to navigate through certain animals, but they are beelining it for that gate.
Wait, is the stampede kind of coming back around towards what's the situation?
Stampede
here?
is just dispersing out into the
when
wild.
You say they, you mean Ducky is?
Oh, I mean Ducky. Sorry. Ducky's on their
cool.
way to the gate. The stampede is just dispersing along the beach and line or whatever. They're just heading out into the wilderness, never to be seen again.
Yeah. Cool. Then I'll just keep hopping animal to animal, try and catch up to Ducky, and the intention is hopefully I get to an animal adjacent. I can just kind of hop on, get my feet in the stirrups on the saddle, and get him back under control.
No problem. You take off on top of the animals. You are absolutely
Eldrin, please
locked
see
in.
this. This is cool.
You're absolutely locked in. Eldrin's just leaning against a rock, looking off into. He doesn't even know you guys left yet. At this point, I will bring Eldrin, and Eldrin, you would definitely be seeing this as well. You look over and you see just the animals brushing past, and just there's this one moment where the blood-red moon cracks through the clouds and just shines on Dash as he is just leaping from animal to animal in a fucking cool way. Both heading towards the city.
Also, Eldrin linked up with Vathros, so would have heard Ducky inbound.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Aldrin would have heard that too.
Yeah, he wouldn't have initially rushed in, but then when there was the comms for Sister Violet, he would have been like, "Oh yeah," and just not running, but would have been like walking with purpose, if you want to call it that, and just would have been like, "Okay, yeah, I have to get in here." He's just going to walk in and follow Dash, but then as he sees Dash's pole vaulting over all these animals, I'm not doing that.
Okay, I was about to say I'm prepared to make you roll for this.
I'm not doing that. But if you can think about it as if like there's animals coming straight towards me, if I can stand into like, you know, half cover kind of style, I'm like, you know, turning my body, like I'm not walking wide shoulders out. I'm like kind of making myself as small as I can to kind of walk in
Is this
between them.
Johnny English where your man's doing all this parkour and he just gets the elevator?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I see like there's, you know, like a buffalo looking thing running towards me. I'm just like, I ain't standing there. This thing's going to kill me. I just stand into like an alleyway real quick and just walk back out. I'm like, I'm just weaving, bobbing and weaving. I'm not doing anything to exert too much energy. I'm just slowly making my way downtown.
Making our way to the
But
town. You're almost there.
But I am not running. I'm not doing any parkour stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm not built for that.
Rory, my boy, I would like you to open Ducky's sheet for me, please.
Yes, indeed.
I would like you to do
Yes, it is opened.
just straight dex check would be good, please.
On the way, good sir. Look, you got a 15.
Ducky starts to push really hard through the crowd and picks up pace and speed. Fueled by pure determination, Ducky is galloping through this crowd. The animals are getting a fright with how direct Ducky is being, and they're moving aside, creating this kind of almost like a parting for Ducky to move through. From an aerial view, you would see this large gap kind of around Ducky where Ducky's just absolutely pummeling through. Slightly further back, you'd see Dash just bobbing and weaving atop of them, trying to get into Ducky. And then further back, you just see Eldrin just trying not to get the shit kicked out of him by these things. Further over on the side is Vathros moving along the wall now at this point towards the main gate, avoiding the stampede altogether. Dash, talk to me. What are you doing?
Yeah, just persisting, trying to get to Ducky as quickly as possible.
Cool. Give me another acrobatics check. Let's see how fast you're going.
Alrighty. That is a 16.
16,
I think I'll use my inspiration. Oh, don't use my inspiration at this point.
16 is a success. Do you want me to give you that
Okay.
context? So you're moving slightly faster than Ducky.
Yeah.
So even though Ducky has the ability to move, you are just jumping across from animal to animal, which is giving you this kind of direct channel to them. While you're leaping across the animals and stuff, you're kind of gaining, but not significantly fast enough. But you are certainly gaining on them. You're not like falling behind or anything. Eldrin, you're just pushing through the crowd, right?
Yeah, I want to ask, how far is Ducky from me?
Let me think. From Dash, I would put them at about 20 feet apart. From you, I would put them at this point like 80 to 100, somewhere in there.
Way too far. Okay. Any animals around me at the moment?
Yeah, like 1,000.
Cool.
I like animals. I know you just end your turn.
Animals are nice. And I just stay back.
I miss Jurgen.
You see
like
one
a
lone
little-
camel walk past, and you're like,
Yeah, it's like that point in the movie where someone's looking for something. Next minute, they're like, "I swore I just saw like the person," their long lost love.
The scene from
my
Umbrella
Jurgen.
Academy, you running past in one direction and Jurgen running past in the other, and you both making direct eye contact with each other. Like, what are you doing here?
Let's take on the chaotic. I think. I want to, if there's any horse or anything that is mountable.
Okay. Not the rats, the mice, the
Animal.
cats. Got it. Dogs.
Can you just clarify that statement before you continue?
Describe
Pause.
mount.
I
I
mean,
said bong.
technically, Dash.
I know Dash is mountable too. Pause.
I'll get an animal handling check from Eldrin before we continue listing things that are potentially mountable by Eldrin.
I mean, judging by the babies, maybe
We're
listen.
going to go.
24. You choose your animal, pal.
24, yeah.
I'll tell you what. You do see a camel running past that looks a lot like Jurgen. You do make the eye contact thing, and you have that beat. We'll make that canon. That happens.
Hell yeah! So I go for that.
Hell yes.
I straight up. I'm like,
Weird he didn't
can't
go for the
think
giant eagles or anything. I'm just kidding.
yeah. Lord of the Rings coded.
Yeah.
So think, on that beat though, I'm doing some Legolas ass shit. I'm like, this camel's coming towards me, and I just like hook my arm around its neck, and I just straight up, I'm on its back,
Whoop on the hump.
and I'm just on the hump
Yeah.
day, and I'm just
You
turning
steer it,
this
you
thing.
turn
I'm
it.
like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just like, yeah, and I just turn this thing around 180.
Give me one more
Yeah.
animal handler check. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a question. How long has it been since Adriana released them?
At this point, we're pushing up onto the minute. Like,
26.
Okay, cool.
there's just a lot of them. This is the same response you had from the last sword. The only reason there's so significantly many running towards you is because they all filtered out of the city towards this direction.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious on time because it lasts 10 minutes. That's why.
Oh, yeah, so we're pushing the end, is what I'll just say. Like, we're pushing that point at the end. Because I believe, I don't remember what...
Eldrin's going to get Jurgen back and then he just vanishes.
It's blipped, adventure style.
Yeah, I'd say we're at that point where, like Majoran is finished with the coin, like, she stopped it or whatever, but there's still animals cascading out. We're not at the 10-minute mark where they disappear or whatever. Like, you still have time. We're in that sweet spot, I'll say. Because Majoran is, at this point, probably not still standing there at the window, fully visible, holding a coin in it, so... she could be. She's crazy like that, but unlikely yet.
As crazy as this, 26.
Hell yeah, 26. So with ease, you are like, you move alongside, so you're parallel to the funneling animals that are coming out in this horde, and you just start like gaining massive amounts of speed. Eos, again, I need a just straight dexterity from Ducky, and Dash, I'll also get the acrobatics from you too, please.
Aye, Captain. Got a 5 on the dex.
14 on the acrobatics.
Dash, you are massively gaining ground on Ducky. Like, it's not even... Like, Ducky's getting slowed down as the funnel's getting tighter and tighter into the gate, but you aren't reaching those same impasses. You leap from animal to animal to animal. You almost trip over the hump of another camel, but you're absolutely fine. You kind of like... You're moving on top of these things. You find purchase on a buffalo with like big with a big broad back, and you kind of just like sort of like holding on, keeping purchase, and then you just leap forward. You are probably 10 foot away from Ducky at this point.
I can make that jump.
Can you actually make that jump?
I can actually make that jump.
All right. Do I remember the rules for jumping?
It's I can use my dex for leaps now. It used to be strength, but 10 foot I think should be well within my range. Oh, I haven't read that in.
Long jump. So leaping horizontally up to your strength, in this case dex, score in feet if you move 10 feet before jumping, which you did, half of standing. Each foot costs a foot of movement, so if you land in difficult terrain, so up to your strength score, so this time your dex score. So yeah, you can do that because you would have 18 feet. So you're going to make a jump towards Ducky. I'm going to make you do a dexterity saving throw to see if you can land on Ducky, and I want to do an animal handling check to make sure that Ducky doesn't freak the fuck out and just kick you straight off.
Perfect.
Come on, Ducky. Do it, Ducky.
No, you want him to do this.
Dex
With
is
ease, you
21.
land like it hurts, but you know you land the right way that it doesn't. You're not sitting on anything, you know.
Okay.
I don't know how to check. 10.
It's a 10 on the animal handling.
So I bet that inspiration.
Before anything is said,
Yeah, I'm going to use that. Oh,
am I
sorry.
close?
You're gaining on them, but you're not close enough to cast guidance because I believe that's touch. No, is it touch?
Okay,
It's touch.
Yeah, you're not that close.
I've taken my inspiration. That's worse. It's a,
Is that a 2?
it's a 1.
Oh, okay. It's a
It's a
2
one.
with a -1 for a 1. Okay, we'll give you the 10.
Yeah.
Ducky's not handling this well and starts going like buckaroo mode. For some reason, boots come flying off and like a rope in one direction. But like because of that, they're slowing down, which means that Eldrin is gaining speed. So Eldrin, if you want to give me another animal handling check to see if you and Ghost Jurgen can try and make it up the rest of the way.
Oh,
Was that a nat 1? So about that
No.
inspiration.
I feel there's too much at stake for me to burn my inspo straight up.
Okay.
I just can't justify it. I'm a sit with it.
Okay.
Burn your ass, live with the blisters. I'm staying with it.
Nat 1 is a dangerous thing to stay with. You are going full tilt
Especially when
and
there's a
you see
stampede.
Dash and you want to like reach out and grab, like kind of give him the inspiration he needs to
Reach out
really
and
just
touch
land
face,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, reach out and touch. Yeah. I don't know why I was about to repeat the exact same thing you said. Like it's my joke. You reach out just to touch Dash on his back, and as you do, you're just about to, and then he suddenly leaps off, and it gives you a fright. You go back, and then you realize you're like stampeding towards an oncoming elephant. As you do, you just sort of veer off with Ghost Jurgen or Jurgen 2 or whatever we're going with Jurgen. You veer off, and then like you almost get absolutely clobbered by this, but it causes you to sort of almost dismount. I'm going to get you to do a dex saving throw to see if you fall or if you don't. Rare I give an opportunity to save yourself from something like this on a nat 1, but given the chaos of everything, I'll give you a chance.
You could obviously you decide.
I thought I just did.
I would purposefully try to jump off.
Oh, right. Okay. Hell yeah. If you want to choose to fail, you can.
With that, choosing to fail. I thought what I was going to say is if I try to dismount and try and like,
Okay.
roll and like try to stand up after it, kind of thing. Totally okay to do the
I'll
save
give
either.
you acrobatics or athletics for this instead. You choose. If you can narratively explain why you're using that specific skill to help you.
So what I would be doing is obviously I'm almost going straight full tilt into an elephant. At this point, it's like I'm out. This thing is going to, like, animals don't care. They will just do it. For me, I'm not up for that. I'm straight up just rolling off of this thing. Like I rolled onto it. I'm about to just like roll off of it, like off to the side, and just kind of like how a parkour guy would roll onto the floor and then like catch himself and like be standing upright. That's the kind of thing I want to do. I want to kind of like roll onto my side and stand up.
Okay.
Off it.
I'll give you either dex or athletics for it then. It's up to you. Acrobatics or athletics for it. It's up to you. 15?
15.
You manage to just roll out of the way. Ghost Jurgen crashes into the elephant, explodes, a tire comes bouncing out. You sort of come to a skidding halt and you watch as Dash is trying to calm down a disgruntled ducky in the middle of the crowd, but then as the crowd gets wider and expands, it becomes harder and harder for you to see him as he vanishes in. I'll go back to Dash. Dash, what do you want to do here, pal?
So as I kind of get some purchase on Ducky and he's kind of resisting a bit, I'm just going to let's go get her. And just so he recognizes my voice, I'm implying, yes, we're going to go to Eos, and I'm going to try grab the reins. And have I noticed all that shit with Eldrin?
Could have heard the explosion. No, there was no explosion. I'm just joking. Yeah, no, you.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
For sure. So you're way too cool for that. So,
Yeah, 100%.
or you could just be making direct eye
on.
contact with it. I don't know. It's up to you how cool you are. Yeah, like the Palparothian sunglasses are on.
Just not perceptive enough.
Yeah, it's just a perception issue. You roll through the gates. You can see Madriana up there, still kind of done releasing animals because at this point she's no longer invisible. So she would be up there on the edge of Hatsu's home because he lives quite close to the gate. You're pummeling through.
So hang on, before we go
I
too
need
deep,
to roll
another
for
reason I
anyway.
was
So
asking
yeah.
Okay, because if I'd seen Eldrin, then what I would try to do is kind of swing around and Gimli and Legolas that shit onto the horse, and then
I'll tell you
continue
what.
on.
We're gonna do an animal handling check, but I'm gonna give you advantage because Eos. Eos, I also want you to make one final dexterity check with Ducky for me, please, and then that ends your
Captain.
Ducky sheeting.
That is a 7.
Nice. Okay. Dash, I need the animal handling check with advantage for this, please.
As a 17.
17. You reach down in a moment of tranquility with Ducky through this massive maelstrom, the blood moon, the storm, all of these animals running towards you. You touch Ducky's side and you say, "We're going, but we have to do something first." You pull on the reins slightly to the right and you swing around, joining the momentum of the herd, and you go flying towards Eldrin, who is like prone on the ground, kind of like getting ready to move. Eldrin, you see Dash coming straight at you.
And so he's got to kind of lean out to the side, forearm down, making direct eye contact with Eldrin.
You grab Eldrin and you pull him up. Ducky does not have the momentum to sustain this on a 7, so you're going to need a good roll here, both of you. Where this is a grapple check, so athletics or acrobatics from both of you.
Oh, it's in that one. Oh.
21 from Eldrin. Now, how do I do this? Because I really want to make it work because it's cool as shit, but a nat 1 is a nat 1, pal.
Yeah.
You grab one of the rules we use in this is that even though technically nat 1s only count for combat, we actually use the nat 1 rule for pretty much any rolls. So it technically counts as a fail because we've incorporated that so many times into the campaign. Somehow, against all odds, and you guys don't know how, Eldrin, you are now mounted on Ducky, and Dash, you are now in the dirt where Eldrin just was. And you both just have this, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, Eldrin is now riding Ducky down with the crowd back down the beach, and, like, Dash is just standing there kind of like where Eldrin was just a second ago. Like, everything is the same, but in reverse.
Stand up and I can't do it, but I'm going to say that Dash can just that.
Okay.
That whistle.
Eldrin, you definitely hear the whistle from behind you, and you get the idea of what just happened.
Yeah. The intention is to summon Ducky as well, by the way.
No worries. It's up to Eldrin at this point because he's steering ship here. So, Eldrin.
Yeah, there's like, with the momentum, what I can imagine is like, I was like ready to jump and pulled him down as I was doing it. Like,
you landed behind us.
Like,
he just fell off the side. He didn't account for he didn't count for how heavy your armor is. So.
Yeah. And when I like the realization and I look back and I hear the whistle, I'm just like, oh, fuck's sake. I'm like, I rub Ducky, like the side of Ducky's neck, and like I have my hand in Ducky's hair. I don't know Ducky's gender. His, them, their hair. Ducky's hair. And I'm just like, let's go. And I kind of like smooth Ducky and try to turn him around.
Why wouldn't you use the reins?
He doesn't play that way.
I don't play that way. Yeah.
He said he mounted. He didn't say.
Gator don't play no shit. Yeah, and I guide Ducky back around, and I'm like, easy, and I'm completely just like, okay, we're not rushing this. We're in a rush, but we need to just be just gentle about this and get two of us onto Ducky's back.
Animal handling check. I'll give you advantage for the same reason I gave it to Dash earlier. Oh my god, was that a
14.
nat? Was the other one a nat 1?
Yeah.
Holy shit. You turn Ducky around and you run with the herd. As you do, you reach out to grab Dash. Take my strong hand as you reach out with your fucking like full plate of armor on your head. Dash, Eldrin, one more time. I need athletics or acrobatics from both of you. Dealer's choice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eldrin, you grab onto Dash and you're just pulling Dash behind the horse. You're like holding on with your arm and he's just flailing behind the horse. He's just like into the crowd you go.
Just imagine his legs are like just and he's just
Ducky.
like not able.
Start shouting, Dash, Dash!
Yeah. Dash, I'll give you you have second story work. You have a climb ability. I'll give you a chance here to save yourself. But this is for sure the last one.
Sake.
You have advantage on your acrobatics here to try and get on the horse.
Guidance.
There's a 23.
23 is
No,
fine.
you never need.
Forget
never,
the guidance. Oh my god. You're on the back of the horse. Ducky goes through the main gate. You now look up and you see Adriana in all her glory. You persist down this laneway on the main street, passing Hatsu's house. Yeah.
Question is, sorry, have to recompose myself. Am I seeing Thrakar's forces in the city at this point? Because I would have expected to see them on the wall manning the ballistas, or is it just
on the walls
there's
for
chaos
sure?
happening,
There's
they're
chaos
completely
going on. They're distracted. You're moving. Oh my god, that was an awful noise. You're moving. I don't like that at all. I just burped and hiccuped at the same time. You move through the streets.
Kenneth's factory reset.
It's just like I turned into an infant. You're running down the street on Ducky. You go through streets there, looking at you from the walls above, and there are definitely forces outside the house, Hatsu's house at the moment, as they're trying to like deal with this. There's people lying on the street and stuff because they got knocked out windows and shit from these animals and stuff. There's definitely people also running from up in Main Street as you pass all the animals. Now you're past that point. There are people on Main Street running down towards this. They're looking at you. I will also just give it to you that because you're looking around and you're trying to see all this, up above on the rooftops across from where the main square is now, where the prison is, where all of that stuff is, you can see Hatsu and Ayami making their way across the rooftops as well.
Okay, so just as we're kind of charging through the city gates, etc., is there any archers that are looking like they're aiming at us or anything like that? Do I get the sense I need to get Ducky the fuck out of danger kind of thing?
Not at the moment, because there's a lot of people who are taking aim, but they don't know what to aim at. There are people shooting animals and stuff, but it's like nowhere near you guys. It's all sorts of chaos running towards the walls and damaging the buildings, all of that stuff. They care a lot more about that right now and the fact that the gate is open. There's people running to try and squash that problem as well. But at the moment, like you are barely top 10 of the issues going on here.
Okay, so I can see Madriana, I can see Hatsu and Ayame, I can see the Toshitsugu residence. I presume at this point, can I see Boreal as well?
You can see Boreal and these two bubbles with people unconscious, and at that point I'd say you can make out that it is Kokoro and Hatsu's grandmother, whose name I've just forgotten. Sorry.
Okay. Right. I know that's say this way, Lissa is this way. Right. Okay, so I'll turn to Eldrin. He's in front of me, so I'm just gonna say to Eldrin, get to the tea house, get to Lissa, Eos, make sure Ducky's safe, make sure Lissa's safe. I'm going to leap from Ducky and start making my way, kind of following Hatsu and Ayame's lead, kind of trying to fall into step with them to go and help out where clearly the help is about to be needed.
Thank you, Busy. It's Sakura Bohman. Thank you. I'll say with second story work, because you have that feature and it's very fucking useful. You have no problem just scaling one of the buildings and just jumping up, intercepting where you see Ayami and Hatsu going, bringing you into that circle. So for the moment, I'm going to focus on Eldrin for a second and see where he's going, and I'll come back to you when I come back to Dizzy at the same time. Satsu.
I might just add, as I'm dismounting, I'll just kind of reach around Eldrin and just give a little tug on the reins for. I should have chosen those words in a different order. Fuck. Nobody. Okay, nobody get that out of context, please. I'm just going to kind of steer Ducky in the direction of the tea house, knowing where it is, just
because there is this is a tri intersection. It's a Y junction, we'll call it. So you're going down, you steer towards the right, which is down towards where the tea house and stuff is. Left will be the docks and stuff like that, where you guys have been before. Eldrin got tased down there before.
Exactly. So I'm telling Eldrin where to go without words. I'm just kind of moving Ducky that way. So Ducky charges off towards the house, and then I will leap off onto the buildings and catch up with Atsu that way.
Okay. Eldrin, you're heading towards the tea house. You're atop Ducky, running on these cobblestone streets, echoing through the night. You see a lot of forces ahead of you and a lot of enemies ahead of you. This is going to be up to Ducky, but I will let you guidance Ducky if you wish before I move to the next part of this.
I'm going to obviously look around, and I've been kind of guided down a path. I'm just going to say to Ducky, I hope you know where you're going, and I just want to see, like, is there any kind of, like, response? Obviously, not looking for the horse to talk to me, but any kind of audible response of,
yes, Eldrin, I know where I'm going.
You put peanut butter in their gums, it's a thing.
You make your way down the street. You put your faith in Ducky. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
because,
I'm trying to, my understanding of animals, my animal handling, I'm trying to see, am I able to understand, does this horse know where it's going, or am I just in for a ride?
You are kind of just in for a ride because this horse is not psychic in any way or magical or anything. This is a horse running through the streets. You are on a rampaging wild animal who is, well, not wild, but at this particular juncture, wild. You are looking for the group, basically, but you're running on the streets. I'm going to get like a couple rolls out of both you and Ducky now in a second because there's some shit about to happen. So in that sense, I also need Ducky's sheet open again. Rory, sorry about that.
Already open, sir.
Hell yeah. So from Ducky, there are 3 rolls that I need. I need a dexterity check. Sorry, 2 dexterity checks and a saving throw, please, for dexterity.
Okay. The save.
I'm surprised horses only have a 1-2 dex.
There it is. Let's go save.
Can they have hooves? They can't be that dexterous.
If you have inspiration, you are welcome to use it for Ducky if you want to use. I'll say as a part of you, you're allowed to. It's up to you if you want to.
I'll have to hold back considering possibilities.
No problem. Eldrin, I need from you animal handling check, dexterity saving throw, and based on the last roll, actually, dexterity saving throw again.
Okay, 12 for animal handling. Dex saving throw incoming. 8. And then a second one. A 9.
Nice.
Maybe not nice.
Yeah. You're good. Yeah.
I'm so confident in your words.
Slate. You hear as something outshines the amount of rubble being moved from here. And up the street you hear the thunderous roar of Ducky's hooves on the cobblestone. You also hear a group of people start shouting and taking aim at both Ducky and Eldrin. Arrows begin to fly at this moment. You don't know it's Ducky necessarily, but you heard Ducky inbound. You got that warning, and now you hear a horse coming down and people taking fire, so you know it's not a friendly horse. You can put together whatever picture you think is fair.
The people who are taking aim, so I'm just down from the tea house, down a side bit or whatever.
Yeah.
We're at a house, we're pulling out rubble. The park is beside me where I saw this from. The people that are taking aim, are they at my level? Are they at a different level? Like, where are they in relation to me, distance-wise and height-wise?
They would be mostly at your level, but there are people coming across the rooftops at this point as well, because they've heard of all the commotion. You guys can hear the gates breaking open. You can hear that from here. Like, that's not a quiet process. So people who were on the other side of the city are now making their way across. So it's like watching ants move across. You know that Hatsu was lucky to leave when he did, or he would have been intercepted by all these people. He just made it ahead of the curve, basically.
On seeing this and knowing that a number of them are at my level, I want to turn to Malric. I was in the middle of using Mage Hand, and we were clearing out boulders and rubble, so some of that is behind him in some way, because he's been throwing it backwards, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, so Law of the Lever style. I want to say Malric, and I want to point to the archers, so he'll know their enemy forces clearly, so whatever they're shooting at, enemy of my enemy type style. And then I'm going to point to any kind of a boulder, and I want to see if we can use his strength to make, with the crowbar shovel and his immense strength that we've seen, if we can make a Law of the Lever, like a catapult, like a trebuchet, without the, you know what I mean? So if he puts it on something, puts something heavy on it, can he basically fire, or can he just hoof a piece of rubble? You know, either or. I'm basically directing him to fire a piece of rubble in one of the two ways, either put it on a rock like a seesaw and then hit one side to fire a rock, and or hoof it, whichever. He'll know better what he can or can't do.
Right.
And see if that's a possibility. And time-wise, I had already said to him I know a little something about this. I don't know how that fits time-wise from his, digging people out. I don't know where we are, how long I've been there, if you know what I mean.
Right. He stops for a moment. He looks up at what's going on. Do we have time?
That's our backup.
Right. Help. He moves a boulder forward, and he puts the shovel kind of on the edge of it, like the same as a tablespoon on the edge of a table when you fling peas 10 miles away.
Yep.
He is ready to put all of his weight onto this and to jump, so he just wants you guys to load the shovel. So whatever you get onto that shovel.
Okay.
It's a small shovel. So you need a little bit of assistance in keeping it sort of stable. So at that point, your mage hands and yourselves move there to, I suppose, assist or aid.
In terms of distance and... Okay, let me ask another question before I ask this question. So, at my level, how many feet roughly are we talking distance-wise, these other archers to us, approximately?
You can see people as close as 15, 20 foot away, and you can see people like the archers and stuff. They would be over and up, so we're talking about 70 feet.
Okay. The buildings that they're on, I'm going to turn quickly to Malric and say, is there any rebels or civilians in this direction? So I'm motioning like up, down, left, right, anything on that side. In other words, like, is there possibility of collateral damage anywhere in that direction?
Tons. Like, the entire city could be collateral damage. So, like,
well, what I mean
what
is
scale are we talking here?
Well, he knows the boulder is about to be fired roughly at the archers. So what I'm asking him is, he's not going to turn around and go, "Oh yeah, those archers are standing in front of an orphanage."
Okay, all right, I hear. Right, you've played D&D with me before. I remember now.
Right. I'm just checking that, like, what I'm about to do, I don't midway through the air realize that all the children were being led out by the others who ran from the tea house.
This particular direction should be fine.
Right. So for my next trick, I will reach into my bag and take out. I have 1,000 ball bearings, and if they travel at speed on a small shovel at that velocity, at that distance, this will be like shrapnel, metal flying through the air. It would be devastating. So what I'm gonna do is load it with rocks, wood, like anything that's there, but I'm looking for smaller bits. And then I'm going to sprinkle 500 ball bearings into it. So it'll be a mixture of wood, shrapnel, and 500 ball bearings. So at speed, whether they come, the one at 20 feet, it'll come side on, but as it goes upwards, some of them will go up and come down. So there'll be a mix of...
You're going to scattershot this, yeah.
Yeah, pretty heavily. And so I will mark off 500. In fact, I only have... Let me correct this. I only have 100 ball bearings because I left some previously. So I will spend 100 ball bearings for this.
Okay.
Should still be good though. So I will just take that down to 0. Right, so that's 100 ball bearings. And then... So I'm loading it up with Mage Hand. I presume Kalora's Mage Hand. We're all loading whatever we can roughly into it. I also want to see...
You hear the approaching Ducky at this point. He's about to come around the corner. The shots are about to be taken, so time is of the essence.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, if he's ready to do it, I'm not doing it once it's loaded, so I'm going to count him down. And my intention then is to move forward toward the archers. And you said some people are, closer. I'm going to count him down. And as he fires it, I want to shout and cast a spell. So I want to shout. So they're, going to turn and look as the scatter shot comes into them, basically, and I want to do something at the same time.
I'm going to give him advantage. I'm going to give him the 1d4 because he still has your guns anyway from earlier.
Amazing.
Okay. And you want to cast a spell? Do I need to know what that is before I fire with Malak?
No, I don't think so. I will just cast it now into chat. So my version of Vicious Mockery, as we explained, is finger guns. So it's a 60-foot range. So I'm going to do like a draw thing and be like, hey! And so when they turn, I'm going to be like, pew pew! And then all the scatter shot is just going to burst everybody out of it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So whatever's closest, one of them will get hit by Vicious Mockery or whatever, and then the rest will just,
This is 27 from Malak. And your Vicious Mockery, okay.
So it's just the nearest target, obviously at 60 feet. Cool. I'm only getting one person with that, but it's mostly the shout to try and get a couple of them to look. And then...
Malak jumps off the boulder and kind of lands on the shovel and like shotgun blasts this stuff. It hits a bunch of the archers and a bunch of the people that are there. As such, Eldrin, I will let you re-roll once to avoid the... Oh, no, sorry, it was Eos, sorry. I'll let you re-roll once with Ducky's dexterity saving throw to see if you get a nat 1 again or not.
Aye. That, my friend, is a 4.
4 is better than 1.
Aye.
You, Eldrin, as you're coming around the corner, arrows come flying past you. At this point, you just instinctively stick up your bracer, and an arrow just goes ding, like hits off it and goes flying into another direction. You manage to avoid getting absolutely peppered, but as you come around the corner, you see a group of enemies standing there ready to take fire, and then all of a sudden, all you hear is finger guns, and then like a whole bunch of people get hit with like ball bearings and all sorts of stuff. You see people just get taken off the off, and like you manage to narrowly avoid Ducky getting impaled with an arrow, which was what was about to happen. Thanks to what is heroics by Slate. You then see Slate because you heard finger guns, and you move towards him and into the alleyway where it is safer to dismount from Ducky. Probably not the safest thing in the world to be here for a long period of time, but you are in a safe place here and now.
Thank you, Slate.
Wow.
Bet you didn't think I was going to use ball bearings like that.
I never think you're going to use anything the way you use it. Nothing makes sense, and you use it in ways that just, I don't know. I never want to be in full warfare with you. Like
you're the one who gave me the scoop crowbar catapult thing. You made that for me. I didn't do that. That was you.
Oh yeah, that was totally my intention. I was hoping you would fire 100 bear balls at a pile of enemies across the courtyard while shouting finger guns. That's exactly what I was thinking when I made that.
100 bear balls.
Took them from the cave.
As you took it from the cave. As you dismount, Eldrin, you see Kaelora, you see Malric. Malric has already gone back to just moving things. He's already taken the shovel. He's gone back to it and stuff like that. This place looks pretty fucked up. Like, this looks like a bomb has gone off here. Yeah.
I'm just going to shout to Eldrin, tea house is that way. Lissa, Eos, the portal's going to be inside. Take Ducky that way. And then I say, there's some survivors in the rubble, and I think there's other people point to the way that I haven't gone yet. There might be others that way. And then I'm just going to go back to what I'm doing. Because I was helping to try and get survivors with Malric, so... and I'm going to say to him, you know, thank you, my friend, and just start getting stuck in.
Yeah, I'm just holding Ducky by the reins. I'm just like, what the fuck did I just come into? Like, this is literally like a war zone. I'm just looking around. I like, as Slate tells me where to go, I'm just like, I just kind of like salute. I'm
you
like,
have a choice here.
okay.
Eldrin. You have multiple choices. You can just walk off into the city if you want to. You can help them remove the rubble here. You can go into the tea house. You can do whatever you feel is necessary here. It's entirely up to you. This is where potentially Sister Valeth and other names that I threw out are located, Eleanor and stuff. But there is also, in the tea house, you know that Lissa is either giving birth, has given birth, or whatever, and may be in need of a healer. You also know that, like, across the city are like a bunch of enemies probably coming on top of like you guys right now. Like, as you look across, you can see that there are people just running through the buildings and stuff like that. There's fighting going on as swords begin to clink. As you can see that certain people like Nora, for example, Nora Shadeclasp, I don't know if Eldrin met her or not. I don't know. Is currently fighting with like 2 or 3 of Thrakkar's forces. There's a lot of shit going on right now, and this is hectic. This is a war zone battlefield. Battlefield 6 specifically. So you are welcome to approach this however you want. And by the way, if we ever get sponsors, that's how I want to drop it in, because that was pretty sick. Anyway, go ahead.
And the battlefield music as well. Anyway, I want to clarify when it was mentioned, because the big thing is I know what I would do if I don't know something, but if I know something, I know what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. The conversation about Sister Valeth, mm-hmm. that was not true Vathros. It was just that she's in the city. There was no mention of true Vathros that she was potentially under any rubble. Correct?
Weslyn, I believe, but I would need John to confirm for me. I don't remember if he told Eldrin or not.
Yeah.
But I have this feeling that the information was passed on to you. Oh, okay. So you don't know that.
That she was in the city, yes, but where or the condition, no.
I remember when you came back, you did have a discussion about, like, Valeth, but I don't remember...
It was, because my note was just that she's in the city, and that's
discussion that she went missing in the city, and just this session, Dash checked mentally with Slate.
Eleanor is the main person that we think something has happened to, but it has yet to be confirmed, but we believe something may have happened to.
So Dash asked to inquire about Sister Valeth, but we didn't say, is she in the rubble? Slate didn't mention she's in the rubble. Just... yeah, nearby, I think, is as much as we got.
Cool. I will stray the complete 180 degrees away from any metagaming. I'm going to do what I would have done, and I'm going to go to the tea house.
No problem.
As I'm there...
with me, of course.
As I'm there and you're going with Ducky, I'm going to say just... one second. I'm going to turn to... Malric, and I want to look at the state of the progress we're making. And just before he goes with the horse, which is great for pulling things, and I have a grappling hook, etc., I want to see if there's any big slabs or things that the horse can help pull out, because it'd be a shame to send the horse down the way and then realize the horse would have been really helpful. So I just want to quickly check if there's any way that the horse can help us pull. We can, tie on stuff with the grappling hook and rope and pull stuff. If it might not be useful, it may not be necessary. Malaric is the one digging the tunnel, pushing aside, digging the tunnel, using the tool. I just want to ascertain, is that something that's needed? And if not, I'm just going to say, never mind, off you go. And if it is useful, I will use the horse and then say, off you go.
Ducky would help, for sure. Ducky would be of great use here, but at the same time, Ducky would be also a great risk here, a much larger target. How much interest that draws for you guys as well, having a large horse here, a lot harder to hide, things like that. There are benefits, pros and cons. I would leave that up to Eldrin and Slate. Malaric pleads his case, saying that, like, Ducky would be of great use here. You might be able to get this done quicker. But of course, you guys know the risks and who this horse belongs to and the kind of fireballs that person can throw if they are upset. So
knowing that, then, look, what I'm going to do is say, because I currently have no idea what's happened. I just know they're down there. So I'm going, and we found survivors now that I talked to Hannah. I'm going to say to Eldrin, look, go with Ducky, go to the tea house, meet up with Eos. If you can, come back and help, or, send Eos and Ducky, or, you know what I mean? If there's use, come back. But whatever you're doing, hurry. We only have a couple of minutes left. We've got to be quick.
Yeah. Perfect.
And then I'm going to shout, actually, just remember that I've no contact. It's only me, you, Dash. So, let me know.
So you're just going to, like, shout all that, and you're just going to see Eldra, like, holding on to the reins, but, like, looking around at everything, just all, like, the chaos, everything. And then it's, like, just out of nowhere, he just, like, regurgitates what you say. It's like, Ducky, tea house, help, quick as I can. Got it. And he'll just completely turn, like, 180, gone, just turns bolts for the tea house.
When you get to the tea house, you see this large barricade outside the door. It's completely blocked off. It would take you a long time to get in here.
That's the front door, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How big is this building? Is it on its own, or is it in, like, a row of buildings? Am I able to just circumvent the house? Am I able to walk around it?
You can walk around it, but time is of the essence. But as you start to move around it, there doesn't seem to be another entrance here. It is connected to other buildings, intersected. It would take you a long time to make your whole way around this entire kind of block.
Is this barricaded from the outside in, inside out?
Outside
like, does this
in.
look like the people were trapped inside? Yeah.
People were trapped inside. Outside in. Yeah. But there must be a way in, because you know that someone like Slate has gotten in.
Windows, anything on the first floor that
Not really.
are there, anything like that? Cellar door, anything? Am I able to see any footsteps that led towards an entrance, anything like this? Am I able to see anything on the floor?
Make a survival check.
$22.
In terms of steps, a lot of people just came out, so you can see there's a lot of steps from beneath the barricade that look quite fresh.
As I'm looking around, I can see this. I just mentally say to Slate, how the fuck do I get into this place?
You hear Dash and a Adriana would hear that as well. Yeah.
Into which place?
The tea house.
You walk in the door.
It's barricaded in. I can't get in.
Oh, right. Yeah, look, just walk up to the door, just reach out, touch the door. It's an illusion. Just walk in.
hesitantly, I will just try and just touch the wood.
What a fantastic time for Slate to prank Eldrin. You go to touch the wood and your hand goes through it.
And then you're going to hear the back room. Someone else will have to tell you something about downstairs. Something. I wasn't there.
Leading Ducky
Ducky
through
able to-
this is a little difficult, not because of the size, but because Ducky has apprehension about moving through the illusion.
I was going to say, I have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of like how a racehorse has blinders, so it doesn't get distracted looking at other horses when it's racing. I'm going to grab my hands around Ducky's eyes so Ducky is tunnel vision just staring at me.
Okay.
And I'm going to just kind of guide Ducky's head down to me. So Ducky's literally staring into like my chest, my head area, and kind of just, I'm just going to keep talking to Ducky and just basically guide and coax them in. And I'm going to walk backwards through the door.
No problem. You do that quite successfully. I won't even make you do a roll. That was quite clever.
Once Ducky is inside, I'm going to make sure that Ducky is secure somewhere. Either by just looping the reins around something and making sure it's secure, just pull on it, make sure it's secure, and that I'm able to easily, undo it if it needs to be a knot or something, just to make sure that one, Ducky doesn't get away, but two, also Ducky isn't stuck where I put Ducky.
Ducky isn't stucky. You go out into the back area, and there's a hallway that goes down and winding stairs. Ducky will probably not be able to use that winding stairs. Or if they are, it's like a significant animal handling check. But you can tie Ducky up to a piece of furniture in here and keep them here for a moment, yeah.
Cool. Once that's done, what am I seeing? Who's around me? Anyone around me? Do I hear anything in the
Are you
building?
going to walk down the stairs?
Is that all that's there at the moment? Nobody
Yeah, that
else
would be
around?
what Slate just mentioned to you, is that somewhere in there is like a...
Cool. I'm just going to put my head kind of towards Ducky because I've just secured him towards a piece of furniture. I'm just going to rub his hair and just kind of put my head into him and say, stay here, I'll be right back. And I'm going to bolt down the stairs. Not run, but I'm going to, again, walking with a bit of urgency. I'm going to rush down to the stairs. Downstairs, yeah.
Okay. As you head downstairs and come through, you can hear voices down further, and you are greeted by Weslyn and by Eos.
So, Wes, how are you going? Like, you delivered lambs before, but these are. Well, one's glowing, and. Is that an ash blood? Ember blood?
What?
Oh, that one's glowing. Might be Eldrin's. What's about this other one?
Weslyn, you look down and you see the two babies, and you recognize now that one of them is quite like Eldrin in terms of these angelic features, and the other one is quite demonic looking with these devilish features.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, so you've delivered creatures before. What do you do next?
You clean them,
Okay.
give them to the mother. They're over there. I think that they're taking care of them. The children.
How many have you delivered?
Children? No, none. Those are the first.
Wow.
I've seen a few. My mom is a midwife. Like a local wise woman, I guess you could call her. I
Yeah.
was supposed to learn, do. They say to learn one, see one, do one, teach one. I forget how that works.
My neighbor was my mom's midwife. I guess is that what you call them?
A midwife, yeah.
Yeah. Helper.
It's the duty of all of those who are born in spring to know how to give birth, to assist those in giving birth. Yeah.
So does that make Lys's kids autumnal?
They are autumn-born. Should have good autumn-born names. Like, I'm not really sure what those would be named. That something is a bit wrong with them, I think.
I mean, all babies look kind of weird when they just come out, don't they?
Babies don't look like that when they come out. They're usually like red and pink or kind of weird and wrinkly. These are... Their skin is weird. And they have strange eyes.
I guess we should probably... Lyssa, how are you doing? Okay. Have you chosen a name for your babies yet? Because I think Wes has some ideas.
Yes, Dash, and I have talked hypothetically before you knew I was pregnant.
Which one's hypo and which one is technically?
This one is, Ash, pointing, towards where the red one is, where the boy would be. And this one would be Elissa, named after my family and his mother.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes. Strong, autumn names. Can I see my children?
Didn't Ayame take the children? I can't...
She put them
think they
aside
were.
after cleaning them and stuff, but they should be still with you guys somewhere in this room. It's the first time you properly get a look at them too, Weslyn, like that's... Like, because you were so in the moment of just, like, going from one to the other. I keep punching my mic, I'm sorry. From one to the
Popping
other.
out.
I'm so excited. But because they are going from one to the other and stuff, it was a very hectic moment for you. And so because of that, yeah.
No, Ash isn't a very good name for the autumn. That's more of a winter name, really.
What would you name him? Was
I don't know. Wouldn't be my place really to give them a name. They wouldn't get a name until they're old enough anyway, but they should have a calling of their season. Yeah, they have a calling of the season. There's no name given until you go and get one. Ash is a calling of the winter season, and I have no idea what Allison, what was it, the other one?
Alisa?
I that's just gibberish. It doesn't even mean anything.
You'll have to... If you can convince Dash, we can discuss it.
Are you
I
gonna be
expected
okay,
to have
Alyssa?
more time to discuss this. I'm very tired and sore.
Okay.
Look, should get some rest.
You should really rest.
Whiskey would be good. Do we have whiskey?
No,
Right.
maybe Slate would have some whiskey, but I don't know where Slate is.
Bourbon? Gin?
Bourbon, gin,
Tequila?
Tea.
Dragonfire whiskey? Tea.
I have no idea what any of that is.
To
be honest.
We have lots of tea. He also looks over at the fiery kid and goes, "Oh, what a cute little boy."
I'm looking forward to seeing them. Hinting. As she's saying that, you hear footsteps behind you of boots. You turn and are greeted by a soaking wet Eldrin.
Aldrin,
Eldrin, could I have a word with you real quick? Over here. Pointing
Yeah.
at a place out of sight.
I'm like
I'll get some tea.
brushing the rest of the rainwater off myself and just kind of like
Yeah.
slicking my hair back. Yeah.
As you walk, your heavy boots echo through this sort of room, this tiled room. You're walking through a pool and a kind of bathhouse area.
It's just like
Yeah, and it has this like reverberation to it.
makes me sound bigger than I am.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'll take that. You look 1 foot taller. You, Weslyn, you take Eldrin aside.
I'm trying to take him somewhere where we're not going to be within eye shot, if possible. Earshot's less of an issue. I'm going to give Eldrin a bit of a pregnant pause, staring him down, having to chew over a few things that have just kind of clicked for just a brief second. If you wouldn't mind, Eldrin, can I see your face again, unobstructed?
Is something wrong?
No.
Starts touching his face.
Just humor me, if you would.
Just with that, he kind of just grabs the goggles and just pulls it off, and he's just staring at him, and he's kind of not trying to look around, but he's kind of just like looking as if like, is there something going on? What's happening? And he's just staring at Weslyn. What's happening? Where's everybody?
Just get a little closer, if you would.
As you look towards Weslyn, your eyes are glowing gold, powerful, angelic.
Just lean down real quick. Just a little closer, if you would.
I just, at this point, I get down kind of like on my knee, and I'm just leaning like up, and I'm about head height with Weslyn, because Weslyn's only short, and I'm like eye level with Weslyn, and I'm just staring into Weslyn's eyes, and I'm just like, are you okay?
Just humor me real quick. And I'm going to look into Eldrin's eyes. I know they're bright, but I'm looking past the light if possible to see if there's anything like truly similar to that baby girl, if they're the same, if the light's the same.
Water drips down from Eldrin's sopping wet hair. But as it does, it has the same sort of ethereal luminescence to it on the skin. Eldrin's eyes glow a similar, not the same shine of gold. Eldrin's are more aged, whereas Alyssa's are more young, fresh. But the similarities are undeniable. Not in the sense that the facial features look like Dash and Lissa. Let's just put that out there. But
yeah, I'm not judging. You know, it's just gotta do the research.
Something has clicked with Kyle in here, but I'm like in the
James
background
just
here
flipping his
freaking out.
desk
I'm just like,
I have a question for you, Eldrin. How long have you had to hide your face?
since the day I was born. All my life.
When you were born like this?
As yeah, as far as I remember, my parents said that they wouldn't allow visitors when I was young, and I always wore glasses and goggles, and people just thought it was a sight thing, and still kind of do. But yeah, as long as I can remember.
I need to show you something. And I need you to look without impediment.
Impediment?
Keep your goggles off, man.
Weslyn, what's going on?
A lot of things are going on right now, and we're just going to take them one step at a time. What do you think about the calling of the season, like Mabel? Mabel's good, yeah? And Bran's a good one. Mabel and Bran.
Did somebody hit you?
Eldrin, do you take any tea in your... any sugar in your tea?
Eos, I almost forgot you were here. But
Me too.
yeah, please. Ducky's upstairs. Ducky's fine,
What?
by the way.
Ducky is here. Why is Ducky here?
Ducky decided to go for a run, and I joined Ducky, but
Oh.
Ducky is perfectly fine.
You know, the city's not safe. It's very dangerous to take Ducky through the city.
Ducky decided that themselves, and that's why I'm here with Ducky, to make sure they're okay. What's with Weslyn, and why
Oh,
is...
so I can hold my tea. Eos goes up the stairs to check on Ducky.
You head down the stairs, down the tunnel, up the stairs, and you see Ducky, and Ducky does like a little, like little hooves on the ground, which is definitely not that sound, but like,
Yeah.
a little dance for celebration.
Eos is generally excited to see Ducky, but at this point she's starting to feel a bit strange considering the atmosphere, the weather conditions. Things are starting to click a bit more, and
You can definitely see red light.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eos kind of studies the situation a bit. Spiral staircase. Horse. Heads over to Ducky. At them for a while, and just thinks over the situation.
Weslyn and Eldrin?
You take Eldrin over to Alyssa, who I assume now has the children in her arms. Or are they still off to the side?
They're in little bassinet type things. I had to think of the word there.
So I'll bring
All
Eldrin.
swaddled up.
All swaddled up. Yeah,
I'll
finally.
bring
swaddled up.
Eldrin over to the bayonets, and we're gonna have ourselves some barbecue. Bring Eldrin over to the bassinets. Kind of looking between him and the two divinities, two non-humans, all swaddled up and looking warm and cozy.
So he's bringing me over. Is Lissa there, or what do
Alyssa's
I
laying
see
down,
first?
but the babies are here. And Weslyn, I guess you're specifically taking him to Alyssa first,
Yep.
right?
No,
Kian, you and me are
No,
gonna have
we
words
can-
about these names because this is gonna get fucking confusing. Ash and Alyssa is gonna be really confusing.
You are so welcome.
it's gonna be
They're not winter names.
Maven and Theon. You know, Maven and Theon. Those are good autumn names.
Or autumn
They
names.
bear the calling of their season. You're welcome, Dash.
The season can
Putting
call
you
my
right
ass,
with
those
the
names are
law.
Locked in.
That's right. You can call them whatever you want to when they're old enough to take a name.
Weslyn, you show Eldrin Alyssa. Alyssa's eyes glowing, skin same sort of makeup as yours, looking very pure.
For maybe about 10 seconds, I just don't speak. I'm just staring, but not in like any kind of weird way, but it's like it completely is pulling on heartstrings. He's not emotional, but you can see that this is like a oh my god kind of moment. And he just breaks contact from looking at her, and he looks at Weslyn. Is that Dash's daughter?
In theory.
Before I speak next, and Son is there as well. Ash is there too, right? Two of them are together.
Yeah, if you're going over to look at the other one, it's enough space that it's not like immediately pulling you in.
Cool. Yeah, cool. And I look back at her, and then I look over to the other side, and I see Ash, and I look at him, and I see that he's clearly very different. And I look back at Weslyn, and I say, what happened here? Did somebody harm these children?
No. Not that I am aware of. Unless something's happened in the past couple of minutes.
Dash and Lissa are not like these kids.
No, they are not. Unless they are much more creative than yourself at keeping themselves hidden.
I just look back over at Alyssa, and I just, what I want to do is I want to get down, right down to the bassinet. I want to take my gloves off, and I just, as I'm looking at her, I kind of like if the bassinet is here, I kind of like lean my head in over the bassinet. I'm looking, and I just hold out my baby, like my pinky finger, to see like will she grab my finger, and just if she does, I just kind of like, I just say to her, I'm like, hello little one, like something kind of just like.
As the child is completely swaddled, I believe they cannot grab at your finger, but there is they are looking towards you. I apologize.
What I'll do then is I'm just going to gently rest my hand just kind of along her chest, just to like rub along her shoulder kind of thing. And I'm just going to look back towards Weslyn, and I'm just going to say, she's so precious. So precious.
Appears to be quite healthy and will very likely survive the winter.
And I just look back, and I'm staring into her eyes, and I'm nodding in agreement, and I say, she will survive many winters.
We'll start with the first one. Just the first one's usually the tougher one, and then we can like reevaluate as we go, but that's not really quite the issue here.
As he says that, I turn around, I stand up, and I'm looking down, and I say, these children will survive as many winters as I can assure they survive.
Excellent. Then I am certain that they will need your assistance in,
I will assist in any way I can. And with that, I get down to Ash, and I look at him, and I just want to ask, what are his eyes like?
Dark, glowing red. In contrast to Alyssa, Ash is hair already is quite spiked and red as well, whereas Alyssa doesn't actually have any hair yet. Ash does. The skin is also a different hue of red, kind of already has nails and they're a little bit like pointed, and they have a tail which is coming out of the swaddle a little bit and kind of.
As I get down and I look in at him, I kind of put my hand towards his hair and kind of just spike his hair, and I say, "You were the rebel of your mother and father. You will be a handful, little man. I will too make sure I can protect you." And I kind of just smile as his tail is probably like, kind of wagging around. He's kind of just being like a little rebel, and he's already like probably really boisterous, even though he's literally just born. He's just little rebel looking head on him with his spiky hair and everything. But yeah, I just kind of would smile at him, and then my attention is, they're perfectly healthy. Where's Lissa?
She's
that's all I wanted
semi-conscious on the cot behind you guys at this point. Are they okay?
I go over, and if I can sit next to her, I'll sit next to her. If not, I'll stand, and I would just say, they are perfectly healthy. And
she smiles
so
as she
strong.
sort of like relaxes, like she's kind of falling asleep now, but not in a scary way, but in more of a like,
yeah,
it's been a long day and she was waiting for that information to know that they're okay. She was worried because nobody's telling her anything or giving her the children.
I don't have my goggles on, so she's like, I'm not sure if she's ever seen this for the first time, but I put my the back of my hand on her forehead, and I just feel like, how does she feel? Is she like burning up? Is she sweating? And I kind of just want to check her overall health, but also ask her, how are you feeling? Is there any pain, anything like this?
She tiredly just nods that she's in a lot of pain, and it's been a taxing time here anyway, but this is quite taxing as well, as she's exhausted, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, any otherly.
Yeah. Am I able to, like, other than what she's telling me, is there any way I'm able to see or sense or get from what the conversation we're having, is that like there's anything wrong? Or am I able to check for anything like that? Or
Make a medicine check.
Like she's not like bleeding or anything that I can see on the sheet or anything like this?
I'd say make a medicine check. We'll go from there. Yeah, the best bet.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Nice use of it, yeah. It's okay.
13.
10 was the DC, so you're absolutely fine. She's not necessarily bleeding out, but she has lost a lot of blood, and it has been she could use some health. Let's just put it that way in terms of Eldrin. She could use some heals, like, yeah.
Yeah. When that, like, when I understand, you know, everything that's going on and the height of, you know, the level of health that she's at, that's where I kind of just put my hand kind of like on the side of her face and say, don't worry, we have them, we have you, you should rest. And as I'm saying that, I would like to use healing hands.
Okay.
And this will do 3 d4s. So she will get 12.
Oh, you hit a 4 on all of them. Holy shit. Nice. Max stat heals. You
Axios, so she'll get 12 HP.
overwhelmed with the beauty of everything that has happened here, in a way you may not have even expected about yourself. You heal Lissa. There's no discernible way to explain, Dash, how you know this, but you're suddenly, as you're running across the rooftops with Hatsu, filled with this overwhelming sense that everything is going to be okay. That anxiety of unknowing is suddenly soothed.
So feeling that, my initial instinct would be to, as we're moving, just mentally to Eldrin. She's given birth.
Eldrin's sipping his tea. Dash, you are a father, and there is nothing to worry about. Your children are completely fine. They're strong and healthy, and Lissa is making a great recovery.
Thank you, brother. Tell her I'll be there soon.
Does Dash pick up on the word children?
He's going to park that for the moment, because I'm assuming running across the rooftops there may be other things happening. Mm-hmm. So I'm leaving room for that.
Wait, what? And he just slips off the roof.
Yeah.
The most dramatic ending for that. We will...
I turn to Lissa and go, he's on his way, and roll for death saves.
Yes.
Remember me as I lived.
Coming down the stairs. Aldrin, Wes, I might need your help.
What sort of help do you need?
My horse is upstairs. And it's spiral stairs. And I'm more concerned about his safety.
On the stairs?
Yeah. Duck is crossed rivers, swam through lakes, you name it, but spiral staircase is the first.
I mean, I've never led a horse down stairs before. I can try and help you.
Go with no stairs. If you wouldn't mind, friends, please.
You can't lead the horse down yourself?
I can, but it's quite steep, and if he falls forward, I won't be strong enough to keep him up.
If he falls forward and we're in front of the horse, won't we also get crushed by a horse?
Three of us together, we can withstand a horse, surely.
I look up and down at Eos as she says the three of us together, and I look at Weslyn, who is, I think, 3-4 feet tall. And I look at them, waiting for the penny to drop with them that they are not going to stop this horse from falling if it falls. The penny may
Also,
never
Eldrin
drop.
wears chicken.
True, we have chicken too.
Yeah. Where is chicken? Also. Did I not leave him with you? And should you not be outside in the on the walls?
Aldrin,
Sorry,
how
I was
did
1
you get
second.
here? No, I see where you're going with it. How did you get here, Aldrin? Where's
Look,
that?
this isn't
Wait, what?
an investigation. Dash is otherwise occupied, as I say quietly, not to alarm Alyssa.
Well, you
Lissa.
shouldn't tell him about the kids, because if you tell him about the kids, he'll come in here.
Yeah, don't tell him about the kids. That's a bad idea. Horse
Yeah.
first.
How could I tell him?
Because
I'm here.
Bathros did the probe thing with your mind. No. Yes.
I didn't like that. So
Why, we didn't volunteer for it.
yeah, I didn't like that. Now, I would like to let you know, Weslyn, that Chicken is outside the city by the river. So when we are going to be outside the city,
Just
We-
left him
we
alone
can-
by the river.
you know, there was a lot going on.
How did you
Yeah,
get
so it
Ducky
seems.
into the city?
Quite simply, I ran through the front gates. Well,
They're open?
I say ran. This isn't sweat. This is rain.
Oh.
Yes, the front gates are well and truly open. Did you not hear the commotion with all the animals? I was on
Very
a
thick
camel.
ceiling.
Oh.
Jurgen's back.
No, it was a magic camel. Madriana.
Magic camel.
Yeah, look, this is all something we could discuss on the boat or maybe back at the Pearl or something, but I think my personal opinion is that Ducky is absolutely safe upstairs.
Yeah, but I have to
And there
do a
may not be
portal.
enough room downstairs for a horse, 2 newborns, a woman who is recovering from labor. I just
need to
fear
get-
that
him through the portal.
the portal could be upstairs, and it's
Down
easier
here's
to bring
nice.
humans upstairs than a horse downstairs. I do see your point, and I do feel your care and devotion to Ducky. Hence why, as Ducky breached the gates,
He pushed the case. Wow.
What?
well,
I'll give him a carrot later.
Ducky made way. Look, Ducky's been through a lot, but Ducky is in fine health, I can assure you.
Oh, he looks great. Thank you.
But again, look, all I can think about is taking care of these kids right now. That's all I can think about. I'm not even worried about my goggles being on right now because all I can think about is these kids. It's just what's occupying my mind.
Well, I'm glad you're here to help because I'm not good with humans, especially human kids, to say the least. I'm not too sure exactly what Ash is, but I'm glad you're
as
here.
She says that, I put my arm around her shoulder and I say, one has eyes as bright as mine. One looks like he's ready to jump out of his swaddle and probably steal everything out of both of our pockets.
Are you sure this is Dash's? She whispers, Eldrin.
The good and bad of both of them.
Yeah, but I'll accept that they're Lys's because I saw that.
They did come out of her.
Thanks,
That is
Liz.
true.
The
Are you
good and
sure we
bad
won?
of both of them. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
There's 2 sides to every coin in every merchant's stall. 2 sides. Good and bad.
I know, but I was hoping Ducky would stay on the beach and go via the stone to the bastion. And no, he's here. He's upstairs. Wes, should we do the portal down here or up there? I feel like Hosti would rather be down here.
It's the old and infirm being brought here. The closer the point of entry, the better. Probably best to be upstairs.
Enemies storm.
Then they'll be storming the portals. Like, you know, then they get to go there too, I guess, wherever they're going.
Oh, okay.
Just go deal with your horse. And Weslyn will go
Nobody
upstairs.
knows how to get in here other than the people that are aware.
Did anyone see you ride Ducky in via the boxes?
Nobody was around.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Eldrin.
Look, I'm just here to help.
Honestly, since today, Mister, you've done nothing but help.
Well, there was there was the kidnapping and different other things.
We
but,
don't talk about that. It's fine.
Yeah, look. I'm just gonna stand guard upstairs. If these kids need anything, if Lisa is uncomfortable, anything, someone shout. If it makes you feel better, I'll be with Ducky, but I'm making sure nobody gets through this door upstairs. These kids need to be taken care of.
I'll be checking
needs
in
to be
back and
taken care
forth
of.
for sure. And Aldrin would probably notice that Eos's eyes are less purple than usual. They're kind of turning to a reddish hue slowly.
If I'm seeing that, I don't think I would leave Eos alone with the kids if I'm seeing that. I'll be honest.
Oh boy.
As we move over to a different group, we're going to take a little break first. A little later than usual, apologies. I'm going to rejoin with Hatsu and Dash and potentially Midrana after the break. We're going to take up to 10 minutes. We'll try to be quicker if we can, but we won't be any later than 10 minutes. In the meantime, you may join the boss fight if you wish, or whatever you wish to do, and then we will be back joining Mr. Toshitsugu, Ayami, Dash, and hopefully Midrana. BRB.
BRB.
And we are back. We join Hatsu, Dash, and Ayami, sorry, on the rooftops. So I'll start with Hatsu. You see Dash climbing up the sort of wall towards you. I don't know if you stop and let him sort of like intercept that way, give him any words, or if you just run past him. It's kind of up to you.
While flying by, he just quickly shouts, "What you doing here?"
Oh, he's gone. Long story, Eldred's gone to Lissa. Clearly something's going down, so I'm helping. The question at this point, again, looking out for Thrakar's forces, if anyone's kind of spotted us, or may be starting to notch arrows, sending them our way, that kind of thing.
There's a lot of chaos going on at the moment, but in terms of spotting you guys, not necessarily yet, just based on the back end of Hatsu's narrative stealth, but at this point I will get stealth checks from you, both of you, and Ayami.
Thank you very much.
Dash is like, oh, weren't we supposed to have a test today?
That's 28 on stealth for Dash.
Oh yeah.
And a 9 for Hatsu.
And that 20 for Ayami, who helps Hatsu balance it out. Hell yeah. So Hatsu, in the rain at the time, you're turning to like greet Dash. You're a little bit thrown off by it, and for just a split second you slip in the rain, but Ayami catches you and you just keep moving silently across the rooftops. Dash, the quietest of all of you, because even with her nat 20, he actually got a higher stealth roll.
Just as we're moving, Dash is going to take out Ayaka and just have that at the ready.
Okay. You reach the rooftop across from your house. Madriana was here. For the moment, I'll say she flew to a safer distance. So if you look up, you probably just see her kind of above, watching at the moment, but prepared to intercept or interact as she needs to. Depending on if Ryan is able to make it. For the moment, what would you two like to do?
I mean, Hatsu would know that house inside out. He would kind of try to get where everybody is. He would look first before he would move further.
Okay.
What's the situation like at the moment? Clearly there was chaos. You mentioned Ironclad, etc. at the end of last session, which We didn't know at the time, but what's the situation now as we're looking out at it?
I will get one of you can make investigation, one of you can make perception. How's that? You guys can talk amongst yourselves and pick.
Perception.
Investigation. Deal.
Oh, no.
Oh, what the?
Oh, no.
I take my inspiration. Fuck that shit. That is so... What the fuck is going on again? And a 5 for an 11.
I'll give
10
you
for my investigation.
I should have said it preemptively, but I will give you advantage because you do know the place inside and out, and I was going to do that, and then I distracted myself. So you can just roll one more perception check, not with advantage, just roll one more perception check.
Okay, that's a 21.
Okay. So I'll answer Dash's question first then. Ironclad is definitely present within the house, but it's not something that you guys can necessarily see from here. He's downstairs at this point, but he's still present within the house. I think that's mostly like in terms of movement. There's no more animals here. You guys feel like you're at the tail end of that now. The animals are finished. By the time you guys get here, that 10 minutes since Madron has activated the coin has passed, putting you guys about, I'd say 6-ish minutes into Hatsu's clock.
And just the other, the obvious thing was mentioned in the last session was Boreal.
Right, you're asking.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boreal. Yeah, this makes sense. Boreal, 2 bubbles, and a Madriana are in the sky, pretty high up. You don't really know exactly what's happening there, but something is going on. Boreal will... Boreal fires a fire bolt across the sky towards a Madriana, and she just dodges out of the way. That's what's happening at the moment up there. Yeah.
How far is he up, though?
I would say they're up about 150 feet.
Great, so we're on the rooftops and there's a big kaiju battle going on up there kind of situation. Great.
Yeah, I don't know if they're kaijus, just like mini kaijus, just
Mini
kais.
kaijus, yeah. Kaijin.
Tiny guys.
Oof. That's a difficult one. He would kind of.
I'll give you the answer to your perception check first, and while I'm giving you that, you can process all of this and see what you want to do. The house is ripped apart, ripped open, torn open. You see all sorts of things that would signify this as a base of operations, but not just a regular base of operations. This would be a primary one. So within here, you may find information about Frakgar, about Onimaru, about any rations, supplies, loot, gold, any semblance of your family, because you don't know necessarily that Boreal has them right now. There is a lot going on. You can definitely make out that it's Boreal and a Madriana and 2 bubbles, and they have people in it. So what you assess from that or whatever, I'll just leave that up to you. That's cool with me. But I would say Hatsu's not 100% certain that Boreal has those people. Your grandma hasn't actually been mentioned at all, so the fact that he has 2 people may also be strange, but maybe not that strange. Right now, in the fray of all of this, you can see that the gate is open, and most of the manpower is trying to close the gate. That's what they're trying to do. The blood moon is still shining, so you're both aware, obviously, that it's happening. You have been aware of that for the last, whatever it's been, 7 minutes in game since that kind of happened. Yeah, like that's where we're at in the full cycle. So what would Hatsu like to do?
All right, so he would shout up to Madriana and Boreal. He would shout, Boreal, follow her. And he would try to say it in a way that he did last time when they fought and he went to that level to remind him that he's not alone with it. And he would address Amadriana and shout, "Lead them away. We're looking for supplies." And then he would look towards Ayame. And he knows that there is a storage room behind the kitchen where the personnel normally would be. So he would kind of assume if they take this as a base of operation, they would use the facilities that are already there. So he would move over the roof to the backside of the common hall, and he would cast darkness and then teleport from the roof into the darkness.
Okay.
Question: are you verbally saying that to Ayame about, or to both of us about where the things are? Or are you just going?
Oh, he's just going. He would just look at Ayame. Because they trained a lot. He's kind of... His mind is so focused on mom and grandmom and getting stuff to feed the people. We have to get out. We are in a hurry. He's not talking a lot. He's just tunnel vision focused.
So I guess as Satsu does that, it'd be gone too quick for Dash to catch. It'd be my turn to Ayame and be like, oh, what are we getting here?
She looks towards you and you can clearly see the scar across her face. She looks battle-worn, tired. We get whatever we can. She just stands up and makes her body straight as she just leaps off the roof.
And just before she does, I'll just kind of catch her hand and just say, thank you for everything you've done.
She nods.
Let her go.
Yeah, she's just gone. You look over the roof for a second and she's just gone. Like, you can't see her anymore. This is only a 2-story building, so it's not like a ridiculous height. It's just her speed and ability to hide. Which I will double check. So, same for you, Hatsu. I want a stealth check from yourself, and I will roll one for Ayame.
Yep.
While they're doing that, then Dash would take...
And
This
that
is
one.
unreal. I was just about to ask, do I get advantage because I teleport into the smoke, into the darkness?
I'll give it to you. We will do that from this point forward. If we roll first, we don't do that anymore. But yeah, that's fine. I'll give you the one more roll. Yeah, 24 is a bit better.
24.
Yeah. Ayame, she got a 21, so she's pretty well hidden too.
I'm going to try to take the other side then, I guess, kind of mirroring what they're doing, just try to, I guess, Batman it in possibly the window that Madriana broke.
Okay, so you jump across, which we know you can do because you've got a very impressive horizontal leap. You jump across and you land on the balcony. That's a little bit broken, but it's okay. You look in the window first, I'm assuming, or are you just going straight in?
Oh, yeah, I'll naturally look first, yeah.
Perception check, then.
That's why I said Batmaning it, because, you know.
Does Batman look first?
Imagine.
He skulks first.
Is it perception or investigation, because I'm actively looking?
Whatever you like. You can make an active perception.
Well, minus one is a plus one, so that's a 19 on investigation.
You and I need to talk about your stats.
Yeah, we really do.
You...
We have done it. You discouraged me from it at every turn.
Oh, yeah. But I like talking about it. You land on the balcony. You look in quickly. I'm going to get a stealth check from you now as well, actually. Just come to think of it, because now that you're an active on the field.
That is a 12.
What's going on today, man?
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I can exploit the distractions of battle, gaining advantage on stealth. Technically during combat as part of the hide action, but can I manipulate it here because there's a battle going on.
Had you asked me before you did the roll?
Yeah, I know. We literally just discussed this. Yeah,
I can't immediately go back on what I just said. What is it? Look, he says my first action as king cannot be to revert the actions of the previous king. The last action of the previous king. Yeah. So you're like hidden, but you're kind of like chipmunking over the windowsill. You're too tall for this place. It was built for small people.
That'd be like Keen in Japan IRL.
You look in through the window. Nobody's really looking towards you, but there are a lot of people here. Like probably across this broken open floor, because you can see every room now that's broken open, everything. That it is probably the guts of about 30 people in this larger space. That is only the people upstairs. There are a wide variety of things that you do take in, though. There are piles of different assortments of things. Rations, medical supplies, what looks to be kind of like offerings, like gold, loot, treasure, that kind of thing. These are all in multiple different spaces. They would have been in multiple different rooms. They're scattered a little bit because the animals made their way fucking everywhere. There are also some chests and cases and stuff like that are around the place. That would be it for here. Yeah, I think that's all you would see.
Okay. All that and a fuckload of people. Yeah, I'll hang out and eavesdrop for a minute, see what the topic of conversation is.
Orders being barked left and right, securing the building, rebuilding what needs to be rebuilt here, securing the prisoners, and someone has to go check on the prison itself, the main prison. You can hear Ironclad downstairs going absolutely fucking mental, asking where the animals came from, what's going on, and more or less who does he have to kill. Yeah. Everyone is on high alert, and as such, they have active perception and advantage on every active perception check that they will be making to spot any strange goings on, because this space in particular has just been attacked.
Okay, how are they dressed?
Like Hatsu, but with a patch.
Okay, I'm going to...
He has patches,
take
just
up...
different ones.
Different delivery service.
Yeah. He's Deliveroo and they're Go Eat, yeah. Or just eat.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my face covering, and I'm going to undo my tie, unbutton the shirt a bit, stuff the tie into a pocket. I'm going to take out my disguise kit and try to match the patch that they're wearing in a similar place that I've seen them wear it.
I'll give you one extra. There are also uniforms around here that are scattered and thrown around because of the chaos.
Fuck it.
So if you want to, like, instead of sitting there and crocheting, if you would like to just see if there's a uniform that you can use.
Oh, yep.
I'll
do that 100%. Yep,
okay,
I'll absolutely try to do that, yep. Don't
My
fail me now.
mother was a tailor, as you're like sewing into your
14.
14. Yeah, easily. Like, this place is loaded with supplies, so uniforms are definitely some of them. You can easily just grab one from where you are at the window.
Yeah, I'll grab one.
Cool.
And
you reach into the window with your 12 on stealth, and you grab one, and you shunk back out the window. In fact, that's why you got your 12 on stealth, because you were doing things that were not the most stealthy in the world. But you're okay for now.
Then I'll spend the next minute or so putting that on.
Cool. It's a little shorter than you, so the cuffs are up and like the legs are up because you're like quite a tall dude.
Exposed ankles.
Yeah, you have exposed ankles. But you just put on your you pull up your black socks just to kind of mask that and stuff like that, and you just pull your gloves a little bit higher. Thankfully, you're wearing a black suit to try and hide that in the fray. But for the moment, you are disguised as them, so I will give you stealth advantage to not be noticed, and I would also give you any persuasion, deception checks have advantage here too.
Perfect. In that case, then I'll try to make my way in, and so I'm kind of upstairs on the balcony, so I'll just go in, walk down, just literally try to walk downstairs, pick up a box of rations, and walk out the front door.
Okay. I'll give you stealth with advantage.
25 on stealth.
Okay. I'll give you perception with advantage or investigation with advantage, sorry, because you are taking your time. You're not in a rush here. You are, but you're not. Does that make sense? 15.
A 15 on investigation.
All right. You blend in with the crowd. You make your way down and you pick up one of the ration boxes that are there. You could probably fit a couple in your backpack if you wanted to. Do you want to take a few, or do you just want to take one and just out you go?
But if there's like a big box of them, that I could take like, I don't know, 100 rations, however many would fit
They're
in the box.
basically like
a chest.
protein bars. There's like 6 in a box, we'll say. They're not protein bars, but they're like that kind of thing. You know, that display you get at shops where you rip open the box.
Okay.
I'd say there's about
Perfect.
16 each. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Then yeah, I'll try to stuff those into my backpack. What else did you say was here? There's gold, etc.
That's upstairs. There's some supplies here because you came down the stairs. You said, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I
So
said-
I'm not focusing on gold. I'm focusing on utility items, realistically. So food, medicine, that kind of thing.
Okay. Do another investigation check and roll. You can have the investigation with advantage if you're just casually doing it, or if you're doing it in a hurry, just a regular roll. And then I need another stealth check from you as well.
15 on the next investigation, and that is a 29 on the next stealth.
Perfect. And I need a D20, just regular D20 from you.
D20. There you go. There's a 19 on the D20.
Okay. Okay. You find 19 ration sets with 6 each that you can cram into your bag, but your bag is full at the moment. That's kind of the peak of what you could do. The only way that you would have done better is if you had like got a nat 20 and just opened all the boxes and just poured the rations into your bag. You know, when your like freezer's kind of full, but you're still trying.
Yeah. Sitting
so-
on the top of it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just getting rid of any packaging you can just to really just, you know, get the last maximum space out of this Tetris.
Go to IKEA without a van. Yep.
Yeah. Rations just hanging out of pockets and stuff. Sorry, you got your stealth's good. Your investigation was a 15. You look around and you see what looks like a bundle that has a medical symbol on it. For all intents and purposes, it's a massive first aid kit. And it's just sitting on the main table in the center of the room. You might be able to get away with just picking that up and walking out under arm, but it would be under your arm, and you have to be aware that is carried, okay?
Yep,
just in case it goes down.
That's
I don't
it.
know what's going to happen, but I just need you to be conscious of that, so.
Yep. Exactly what I'm going to do. Backpack on, go over, pick that up onto the arm, and walk out the front door.
As you're walking out the front door, you see this overwhelming presence and shadow. You kind of slip out behind it in your stealth and kind of move past as Ironclad is standing in front of you with his back towards you, and he's telling people to go and help at the gate, and then he starts pointing up towards the prison again, and he's like telling people, he's barking orders, asking what the fuck people are doing. He's going absolutely crazy. But you navigate out without being spotted and head back towards the neighbor's place. Where are you going to wait for Ayame and Hatsu?
Yeah, exactly. So I suppose I'll stash the supplies here somewhere, and then I suppose I'll see what Hatsu and Ayame are doing and see if I need to go back in.
Okay. Hatsu, going back, I don't know, 2 minutes. Dash is just sort of leaning in the window to grab some stuff, but you're making your way in a different way. Talk to me. What are you doing?
He would try to figure out the safest way to go in from the back door towards the storage room of the kitchen.
Mhm.
Yeah, so basically he's trying to get to the storage room because he would assume that there will be more supplies if this house facilitates so many people.
Yeah.
He assumes that they would use the infrastructure that is already there, and he would look there for food because he knows he can hold more stuff in his bag than other people would.
You make your way down to the basement. I have a stealth roll from you already, don't I? It was really high, I think.
Yeah, that
was
was
24.
the 24.
So you head down into the basement. You know how to get there to the cellar from the outside as well, so you make things easier on yourself. You cross across the roof. You jump down into the backyard where people aren't really located right now. For a moment, you catch a glimpse of the tree that means so much to you. The most of it has been broken and burnt away, but the bare bark is still there from the trunk, and there's still cuts in that. Memories within the damage. You open the cellar door and you just slink inside and close it quietly, barely making a sound. And as you head down, you realize that the cellar has been custom fit. There are now bars, cells, and like most of it looks like it was blown open. The bars are warped, metal, like bent. There's still scorch marks on the floor and burnt, but through that you can see several things. One section of this place has a chair in it with 2 bindings on it that are hanging loosely, and there is a lot of blood around it. There is markings on the chair that look like someone has been hit or whipped or struck in this chair multiple times, and it has hit the chair inadvertently as well. In the cells, you find that there aren't the remains that you can, excuse me, that you can actually see. There's more or less not even a straw bed. It's just the remnants of straw and the semblance of something to lay on. There isn't even a bucket. There is nothing. There is no care for these prisoners, the people that are here. There's no normal rights or like amenities. If they were fed, it was likely barely. If they were taken care of, it was to the minimum, and they were likely just repeatedly tortured again and again. There are supplies in the sense that like there's an open medical kit which looks like it was used to heal the wounds so that they could create new ones. There is a few like rations and stuff in the corner, but they look old and withered, but you can take them if you want to. Nobody's down here. Like, you have this space to yourself. Is there anything you would like to do while you're here?
He would assume that his family was held in prison there. So he would... Okay, here's what he wants to do. He goes a little bit up the stairs towards the inner first floor, but hidden, and he would then cast Minor Illusion with a screaming voice of the Archon, screaming Ironclad.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would sneak out the way he came in to kind of lure Ironclad into this space to kind of search the upper floors of the building.
Okay. Make a deception check with advantage.
Oof. For a dirty 20.
Nice. You successfully lure Ironclad from the front. This would be before that. He comes downstairs looking. He won't spend too long here because somehow he has to, in a few minutes, end up outside the front door so that Dash can see him. But yeah, he spends a few moments looking, like he heard the voice, and it's enough to distract him and pull him away from the main area. At this point, Dash is upstairs, just finished getting changed,
So he would try to sneak in on the first floor where the common room would be, and the big room where they would seat the guests and stuff when they would have some.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he would search for food there, and if necessary, if there's too many people in there, he would shift the darkness cloud with him into the room, basically.
I'll get you to... let's roll stealth first of all, and see how well you're hiding.
Okay, depending on how many people are there,
Mm-hmm.
He would shift the darkness, so he would get probably advantage in it.
Gets advantage, but it's a massive smoke cloud that would send people into a panic.
Yeah, okay, so it evens out, okay.
Yeah.
For 25.
For 25.
Oh,
So
man. I'm so happy that we got the net ones out of the way, though.
let's hold on to these nat 20s though. Hang on to them for a bit because I have a feeling you're gonna need them. You sneak into the common room using the chaos to your advantage. You have an uncanny awareness of where everybody is situated and positioned right now, and you move as you need to. You move behind a beam as people have their back to you and they turn around, look, and then they go back to looking forward and doing what they were doing. You sneak through and until you're in the common room as two people just walk out. As they do, you have a few moments to look around. You can have investigation or perception. It depends what you're doing here.
100% perception. For 18.
In here you find this was mostly used as an armory, but there's also some supplies here. You can find rations if you want. You can also find a few medical supplies. You can find some basic weapons and tools here, and yeah, I think that would be mostly it. I'm trying to think. Yeah,
I mean, he would go as sneaky and fast as possible and shove as many rations and medics into the back of into the Remy bag as he possibly can.
If I were to put this into turn basis for you, how many turns would you spend in here?
I know that Ironclad was lured down. He might not be away that long, so I would say 2 turns.
Okay. I'll let you roll 2d20 for me, please.
That is 2 19s for a total of 38.
You find 38 boxes of rations in which there are 6 each. And
Holy
managed
shit.
to put those in. I'm just writing these numbers down quickly before I forget, because I'll come back to this after the session to put this in your inventory and be like, ah, because it'll be gone.
1824, 204, I guess.
Perfect. And Dash had found 19 boxes of rations with 6 in each as well. Cool. As you're kind of done in here and kind of making your way out, you look over and you see Dash moving towards the door and then slink out. You can hear that Ironclad is talking outside the door. You hear another voice.
Let's go.
What is going on here? Hear Ironclad retort.
Someone is causing a distraction.
And am I to deal with this?
No, sir. I'll make sure it gets dealt with.
Good. I'm making my way to the prison. Come find me when you're done here. You hear Ironclad go back to barking orders outside that door. But there's no doubt in your mind of who that voice was. You feel a sudden jolt as something touches you, but you realize very quickly that it's Ayami. That was him, wasn't it?
Aye.
What do we do?
We have to check upstairs if Mom and Gigi are okay. If they're not here, they might be in the prison.
What if this is our chance? He could be alone outside.
We check upstairs. We follow him from upstairs. He won't look up into the skies to search for enemies.
She bows respectfully. Meanwhile, Dash. From outside, as you're waiting for Hatsu and Naomi to approach, you look around and you immediately just sink into the bushes as Thrakgar says all of this to Ironclad, and you get a nice view of it. He walks up the street towards the center of town again, with purpose and intent. I'll let you guys decide who goes first. Dash or Hatsu?
I'll let Dash go first. I think to go upstairs and stuff will take a second, so he's gonna be like a few foot ahead, I guess.
Okay, keep my backpack on me without impeding myself. The
You're going to
medical
leave the
kit,
medical kit here then, is it? Yep.
Yeah, take note of where I stashed it, the bush where I stashed it. I'll quickly draw a broken crown on the wall nearby to mark it, and then I'll follow Thrakgar stealthily over the rooftops, most likely.
No issue getting to the rooftop with your second story work, but I do need you to roll for stealth, please.
Of course. I lost my tab. Where did I think I closed the page?
You're okay.
Oh no, sorry, there it is. Do I still have advantage because of my outfit?
You're trying to run across rooftops, just in case. I'll say yes, because you're blending in with the other people running across everything.
Oh. That is 2.
You 22. Yeah. You follow Thrakgar. He walks up the main street for a few minutes until he reaches this Y junction that we keep ending up at somehow. Ahead of you, the prison, and that seems to be where he's going. You can't get there by jumping across rooftops like this. Not here. You'd have to go either down or back and go around and this whole thing. So you would have to get down here to cross the main courtyard if you wanted to.
Played this level on Assassin's Creed multiple times. I'll descend and just kind of flit alleyway to alleyway, sit on benches, blend into crowds. You know the story.
Yeah. You move across. I'll keep you 22 for the moment. You move across the street, heading towards the prison itself. You hear a rumble up in the sky, and you look up for a moment as Madriana again dodges some sort of fireball kind of blast in the sky, but it fizzles out in the rain in the distance.
Just call out as I'm tracking him. I'll mentally inform Slate and Eldrin and Madriana as well, and Vathros of what's happening. Just quick bullet point summaries.
Okay. Eldrin or Slate, do you guys want to respond to Dash saying he's now following Thrakgar to a prison and stuff like that?
No, I don't think I'd like have anything to say other than just don't get yourself killed.
I'll be there as soon as I can, Dash. I'm just dealing with Boreal very quickly.
Nice. The voice of Madriana comes from the sky. Welcome back, Bob.
Nah.
Master of Shadow, bringer of light. Send us a bee to help all those in need. Help me get Boreal to the cafe. I beseech you.
Hell Perfect. You hear the echo of Amadriana's voice through your heads. Those of you who are linked. Dash, you proceed to follow Thrakgar. I'm going to get you to roll for... I need 3 rolls. I need perception, investigation, and stealth again, please. As you approach the prison, I would like to tell you what you see.
Have advantage or disadvantage
Can
on any of
we
these?
fiddle in Hatsu and Ayami? Because there weren't that much later, I would assume, honestly.
Yeah, no, we can now in a second. I just want to get the rolls from
Okay.
Dash, but I will pull you in. I'm not going to throw Dash into this fray. I just want to give him the information that I can.
So is there advantage or disadvantage on any of these?
Advantage on stealth because you're still in the disguise, but perception and investigation are straight.
Perception is 10. Investigation is 7. And stealth. Great, 17.
Okay. You're not able to pick up on much that's going on inside the prison. It's hard to gain a vantage point through a window without being seen. You're risking your stealth even getting this close. You're risking your ability to hide by getting too close to people. But you see another figure who's trying to look in the windows. It appears to be a woman with brown hair, black robes, but with a purple sort of scarf and throw. She's trying to get a vantage point through the window. She's kind of on her tippy toes looking in around the side of the building.
You look familiar?
Not to you.
Okay, and has she seen me?
Doesn't seem like it. She has this like gold kind of pin on her lapel that looks sort of like a leaf, and she is she looks like a kind of hybrid. She looks like she's wearing, like, she's not wearing a mask or anything, but she looks like she's wearing the lower half of what Hatsu wears, but the scarf and stuff are definitely different and more colored than Hatsu, Ayami, or anyone would wear while they're doing this kind of thing.
Between approaching her and waiting for Hatsu. I'll approach her.
Okay.
So I'll kind of approach from behind. I'll have my daggers drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous game if you get caught.
Ooh. Startle me. Yes, well, I'm trying to see what's inside. And it feels like time is running out.
Looking for something specific.
She looks around and she sees the uniform that you're wearing. And she draws a dagger. She unhesitatingly goes to swing at you.
Okay, dodge, I guess.
She... Don't know why that hasn't rolled. This is being difficult. 1 second. I'm just doing a roll again. That's 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
She swings with this dagger. She nicks you with it, but you only take what is it? Is that half damage?
Yeah.
Take 3 points of damage. She has a dagger in both hands. So she's about to swing the other one. Do you want to interject before you do that?
Yeah, I'll just roll to hit and just be, no need for that. We're all friends here. We'll take down the face covering. Dash Heidman at your service.
Are you from Palproth?
Yes.
Me too.
I'm here with the Toshitsugus. What are you doing here?
I am also here with the Toshitsugus.
Wonderful. We're light. One of them is on the way, as is one of the Fujiwaras.
Here to this prison?
Yes. I'm very much hoping.
She nods towards you, but at this point I will cut back to Hatsu for a moment, and then I'll come back to you. Because he might be joining at this particular moment anyway, so. Hatsu, top floor.
You can bet on that, buddy.
I need a stealth check from you, Hatsu.
Hell yeah. Whew. Thought it would be a 5. It's a 22.
22. You hide and you move around this room as Ayami moves around the other side of this room, kind of trying to avoid the gaze of anybody. Again, just using the cover to your advantage. What are you trying to do here?
So he tries to go through a window up on the roof with Ayame, but through his parents' room, which is also on the second floor, like Asuka's room and his room. Mm-hmm. And he would look for any left behind heirlooms, like ceiling stamps, important family documentation, whatever's left there. But he wouldn't look like, how can I say, like detailed, like while he's moving through, because he kind of would know where his parents would kind of leave that kind of stuff. So he would like briefly go through real quick if there's anything left that he can save.
Cool. Perception for me, please. It's kind of a station. Go with it, sorry.
For 22?
Double 22, nice. Yeah, you find a few things that are familiar. Like some of it's like family pictures and stuff, but you do find your mother's brooch here. You find like some old sentimental clothes and stuff. I don't know how much of that you really want to take. It's up to you.
He would be more interested in things like especially training manuals, seals, stuff like that. Not necessarily pictures. But although he would take a picture where his dad and his mom is on, just in case.
Okay, just in case. You pick up one, the glasses, like, there's like this kind of, oh, it wouldn't be glass, what am I talking about? It has a hoof print on it, we'll just say that, but it is intact, and you can, you take that and you kind of just pull it out from the frame and just like roll it up into a little scroll and into a bucket. Not really manuals, I would say like, Asuka's training like shit would be here or something, but probably not like
typically they would have like scrolls with like brief introductions to certain techniques. That's how he would have learned stuff from his granny as well. So it's like this the book part that you learn, and then there's the vocational education stuff that you get the feeling for what is delivered in that.
Normally that stuff wouldn't be in the bedrooms, but I will say one was on a bedside table of Hatsu's room because he was probably reading it, and although he respectfully would have put it away, you left in a hurry that night. You weren't able to clean up after yourself as you typically would. So I'll say you have one of the older ones. There's nothing new in there for you, but it's more for sentimentality.
Okay, next downtime he has to write down stuff. Get it.
For the moment, like I don't know, it depends how much you save. Because it may still be available downstairs or below. You just haven't got that bandwidth. Yeah.
All right. So then he would A-line straight to with Asuka with Ayame through a window on top of the roof to look out for Draka.
At this point, up on the top street, you would see that Dash has walked across the street. You'd probably just pick up on that from where you are because you're directly looking for him as well. So like, actually, Dash got a fucking phenomenal stealth roller, did he? I actually don't remember. Was that the good one? I don't remember.
Pretty decent, and also I'm dressed in their uniforms.
Oh, that's true.
So.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you see someone walking across the street towards the prison. It could be them. You don't know from this distance. That's right. You don't remember that. You didn't know that Dash had changed his clothes.
At that point, would he pick on his walking style and stuff?
Not from
I
this
would say-
distance, because it's a fair
okay.
distance up.
Yeah,
But
okay.
if you were closer, maybe. But you have said in the past you've noted that kind of stuff. So yeah. At this point, you get the message that with the Majan and everything as well, and Dash talking about his plan that he's walking towards the prison. So you and Naomi can dash up to the prison if you want.
Tatsu tied in?
Hell yeah.
Is
No.
Hatsu? Oh, he's not. Sorry,
No,
you're absolutely right.
he's not.
Hatsu doesn't get shit.
But he would primarily look out for Draka. That's what I said.
Yeah, he would already be up by the prison at this point. Like, he would have just gone around, basically around the corner. He wouldn't be that far ahead of you, but he would be up the road by now. Because you guys are moving slowly through the building and stuff. He's moving with
Yeah.
determination up the road. But you can head up that way anyway. You know where he's going, so it's not like it's
Oh
impossible.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So they would just Naruto sprint over the roofs.
Yeah.
Tick, 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 tick.
You're about to join Dash, but as you do, I'm going to cut to Amadriana for a second, and we'll catch up with her quickly, and then I'll come back to Hatsu, Dash, and then we're going to loop up with everyone then shortly. Amadriana. Oh, I love it. I love the beard and the hat and everything. You look great, man. Awesome. Right, Amadriana. So for you, because you weren't here,
I was listening.
Oh, you were listening. Cool. So you know where you were. Okay, perfect.
I was listening the whole time. I just couldn't get here.
Hell yeah. So yeah, you're currently in that situation with Boreal. You say your prayer, having heard what Dash and everything is doing. You glance down and you can see there's people outside the prison and stuff, and make out that Hatsu and Amy are making their way over. Boreal has red glowing eyes, but he seems to be more protective over what would be his cargo rather than like he's worried that you're a threat. It's like he has no cognizance of who you are. He just thinks that you are currently a threat to them. You say that prayer. I would like to get a persuasion check from you, please.
Okay. The idea was to try and make him understand I'm not a threat, I'm a friend.
Yeah, so I'll give you advantage on it because you said the prayer, and that's a huge thing. The DC also isn't spectacularly high for him to understand.
2 seconds. Sorry, for whatever reason, my foundry just closed on me.
You're okay, no worries. Might be what happened to Kian, actually. I'm not sure what happened to you. Might be something.
Yeah, it's just randomly crashed. Okay.
Mine was hidden behind our YouTube channel. Go subscribe.
It literally won't let me select
okay.
my name on it.
You're okay. You probably
I'll
still...
tell you what.
Do you have it in another
I
tab,
rolled
maybe? Is that possible? Because it might be that you're... Okay. I can keep you.
No. Yeah, if you kick me out, then I...
Yeah, I've just kicked you there. So
There you go. That's so bizarre.
you're okay. That stuff happens. So you're reciting the prayer that you've heard many times from Hatsu. Even in moments of this chaos with Boreal last time, this is what he was doing to try and get through to Boreal.
That's yeah, just trying to make him realize I'm friend, not foe, and just listen to me essentially.
Right.
So what was it again? Sorry, persuasion.
Yeah. With advantage.
That'd be 13.
There is this sort of recognition from him. Before he fires the next one, he's holding it steady. He has a firebolt in his kind of talon, but he is hesitant to fire it at you.
Okay. Boreal, we're getting everyone out of here, including your mother and your grandmother. Hatsu's going to be there too. We're going. Just get everyone to the tea room.
He glances towards you, and when you say that, he gets kind of defensive for a second when you mention his mother and grandmother. There's something feral about him, but he does seem to have more cognizance than he previously had. It's almost like the kind of moment where Hulk starts to understand who people are. Like he recognizes friend, not foe, but he's still kind of in this completely like lucid feral berserker mode. But he nods, and he, instead of where he would have to cross your path to go towards the tea room, he moves around you and heads towards the tea space at full flight. So I think it's 60 feet every 6 seconds. He's moving, and both bubbles just follow him in tow. The two people are unconscious in both, and they don't look well at all. They look very gaunt, bloodied, scarred, scratched. They're in rags, they're in tatters.
I mean, that's the other reason to send them there, is because she's already heard that Eldrin's there, so hopefully there will be some form of medical assistance once they get back to the tea room anyway.
Yeah.
So then the next thing, once I see that they're going that way, I'm going to watch for I don't know, 10 seconds or so, make sure that there's no like arrows being shot at them, there's no ballistas, no nothing. If there is, I'll intervene, but just making sure that they're okay. And as soon as they do that, I'm basically going to like nosedive down towards where Dash is going.
Okay. Dash and Hatsu. Hatsu, you rejoin Dash just as you see him talking to this person. Madriana then just comes down. You fly and then you land. A little singed, but you're no worse for wear. It was close, but you didn't take any damage from that.
Would Hatsu have seen Draka before he goes into the prison?
The prison isn't far away from the corner. I'll say that you saw him walk through the door, and the door closed behind him, and you see Dash over there. You've taken off your mask at this point, right, Dash, when you're talking?
Yeah, he took it off.
Yeah, so you see Dash
the situation was...
in different garb talking to this person. Madriana, same. I would say you see them as well. Yeah.
Who's this person? Do I know him?
She has brown hair. She's wearing a purple kind of cover with a gold thing on it and black armor underneath. You have been described this exact thing by Albie. This is who he described seeing go down the stairs that time in the team.
Dash would be inquiring as to her name at this particular moment, I think.
Okay.
He's just introduced himself, and
you're all basically
etc.
together. She says her name is Alira.
Alira, well, pleasure to meet you. And at times, this is Master Toshitsugu, Ayami Fujiwara, and Madriana.
Have you followed Draka?
I have. I think your family's in the prison.
No, his family is going with Boreal right now back to the tea room. Why the fuck are we here? This wasn't part of the plan.
The bubbles?
Your mother and your grandmother are with Boreal. I sent them both towards the tea rooms.
Sick. So
I think
they're not doing well, but they're alive.
This is a one-time chance to end this.
I have other chances.
There's no end in this with the 3 of us. 4 of us.
Get your family to safety first. Who's left in the prison then? DM, how do you spell, what's her name?
Alira. Alira, so Alira. Or Alira is fine as well.
Alira, do you know who's actually still in here?
How much anyone of importance, I suppose. These
Many
are the
names.
The VIPs. That's what I'm trying to discern. We're missing a lot of
an
people.
extraction
It's hard to
plan.
say who.
We have an extraction plan, but we don't have long. We have minutes left.
Right. 2 minutes, in and out. No fucking around, no trying to get revenge. Now's not the time for that. Now's the time for looking after people.
So we will
Okay.
come back and finish it. Okay.
And I look at Ayami and
Hatsu,
I just
what-
look at her dead in the face. I know how much you want to hurt him. Trust me, I've been there. And we will do it. Just don't be stupid about it now.
She nods in understanding.
As they were talking, Hatsu gets one shuriken out of his pocket and poison that he made, the only one poison that he has from the other pocket, and he's kind of coating the shuriken with the poison. And he has gloves on, just saying.
No problem.
I like what you're thinking, Hatsu. Okay.
I'm going to start the proceedings of pushing through into this prison as quickly but as quietly as possible.
Likewise, face covering back on.
Literally, like, cell to cell to cell, just checking, like, as harsh as it is to say, just checking family and really important figures. Unfortunately, we can't save everyone.
Okay. I'm gonna need a stealth roll from each of you first.
$12.
You got 15.
29.
Ayami got a nat 20, and Alira got an 8, which is fitting. Okay.
When can I get a scroll of pass without trace?
You slowly make your way in. Hatsu and Alira come through last and sort of bump into you as you all stop, because down the corridor are a few people standing there and talking. You hear a voice, Hatsu, you'd recognize as Thrakar.
Does it come from the 4 people?
People
from
down
one
at the end of the
them?
hallway, yeah.
Hmm.
I think this distraction implies that they are here. Or someone is. You know what I want. Use them however you see fit. Get it for me. Ironclad is on his way. There's a moment's breath, and then the other 3 gentlemen sort of nod and start walking your way up the hallway. They don't come as far as where you are. At least not yet. What would you like to do?
While he's standing there, Hatsu will take, like, precise measure if he's wearing Onimaru still.
Sure, this is investigation, then make an investigation check.
Oh, for fuck's sake. A 2 for a 1.
A dirty one.
Dirty one.
It's really hard to see, because if you peek too far out, people are going to spot you, and you would rather not compromise your stuff. You've already compromised it enough by leaning so far out. You don't want to make it worse.
Is this a single corridor, or is there offshoots?
This point is, but there are offshoots. You guys have been in here before. You know that there are 2 predominant cells in here, main cells where they're like holding, and then there's a back area that you guys didn't really go to.
Okay. And just from where these, is it 3, 4 people?
There's 4 in total, including Thrakar.
Okay, so the ones that are walking towards us, between us and them, is there a way for us to actually go off a side corridor? So, or are we just facing down, just facing them off?
You're kind of facing them. They would have to come past you to get out. There's only one main exit to this prison area, for reasons that are obvious. As you go through here, and on the right, there's a main desk, which is kind of like a check-in area. Then there's usually a place that's sealed, like that's got bars across it, but that door is open at the moment. And further down, you have the cell, and then in the back, you have like a corridor that goes further in, and that's where Thrakar is going. but the other people are coming up this way and presenting themselves at the cells.
Do we think they're walking up to exit the prison?
They are currently approaching the cells themselves. They don't seem interested in coming down as far as where you guys are.
I'm struggling to draw a mental map in my head of...
Okay, we have an entrance that's, let's call it an L shape. So you have a corridor ahead of you, and then it turns to the right. Down that main corridor, first you reach a desk, and then a set of doors that's like bars, but they're open. This is usually the check-in area, and then into the cell area. That would normally be closed, because if you open the cells, you don't want people to escape, right? So further on, you have the cells and the cells, and that's where you guys were when you met Latch that time and stuff like that. You came here and you had Vathros here as well. Beyond that is a door to the left. The cells are on the right. There's a door to the left, and you don't know what's down there.
Hatsu.
Right, go ahead.
Hatsu would turn in, drag and throw a smoke bomb on the three of them, and he would dash past them to go behind Ruka.
Okay. Okay, so you're going... you're going to throw a smoke pellet. You have a smoke bomb on you, or?
Yep, already in chat.
Okay.
I have 6. No, I have 5.
So you guys watch as Hatsu leans around the corner and he just tosses this thing and psh, smoke disperses rapidly from this pellet, filling the corridor. Yeah.
I'm still trying to check the cells, basically.
Okay. Those guys would be standing by the cells, so you're going to have to make your way through them to do that. Is that... How do you want to do that?
With this smoke, is there no way I could sneak past them to get to...
They're facing the cells, so even if you do get past them, you're... like how you... like to get to the cells, that's where they were headed, so that's where they're standing, if that makes sense. So you'd be next to them, but with the stealth, you have advantage to kind of just peek in if you want to.
And I can't see who's in the cells from here.
Not from here, because you're the way it's positioned. You guys are at the end of the corridor. You're not facing the cells. The cells are kind of on the same side you are. You'd have to go around to look.
The other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any like rafters or somewhere high up in here that I could like go to the other side and jump up basically, and then like look into the cells from there?
We established that because you did this before. So yes, there is rafters here that you can use. Yeah.
Okay, so with a quick, Jackie Chan hop up the wall.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to jump up onto the rafter so that I can look into the cells to see who's in the cells and which cells.
You look in towards the cells and you don't necessarily recognize all of these people, though you do recognize at least one as you're looking kind of over the smoke down at these people. I will get you to... no, we don't need to roll for it. It's okay. Some of these people look like elders from the city. Some of them look like upper class store owners or something like that you may have met. There's at least 2 people who I believe Hatsu may have introduced them. I'm not sure, but they are smiths basically. They look kind of toned anyway, but look weakened. But you'd probably pick up in some capacity, even from the garb they're wearing, that they were blacksmiths. But most importantly and most concerningly, I suppose, in the furthest cell at the back is Hashirama Toshitsugu in a very, very broken state.
And remind me, because there's a lot of Toshitsugu, which one is
Papahatsu.
that? Papahatsu. Okay. That's... Okay. I'm looking at the cells. How many cells? 6?
There's 2 double cells here. There are smaller cells in another part, but for the moment, these are 2 big double cells that you were in the right-hand one before with Latch and Vathros. The left-hand one is where Hashirama is, and he's sitting in a corner, probably not conscious.
Okay, and where in relation to Thrakgar are they? Like, would I have to go over Thrakgar to get to that cell?
Thrakgar left through a door that's against the cells at the back, so he's no longer in this room. There's just these 3 entities below and currently in the smoke who are muttering as such, just in surprise.
And they're just guard-type people?
They're just guard-type people. Yeah, they look a little tougher than the main guys in the streets, but they're guard-type people, yeah.
Okay. I knew where they were, roughly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess from the rafters, I'm going to try and do Assassin's Creed style blade in each hand.
Before you do that, Dash should be moving as well, and it might interfere with what you're about to do.
I'll come into all of you.
Just,
okay. Yeah. Okay, you're preparing to
Just so you
Assassin's
know.
Creed leap into the smoke. We'll that's probably a good place to pause for just a sec,
like double daggers straight into the neck kind of thing.
Okay. Dash, you get double daggers in the neck. What would you like to do about it? No, just kidding. What are you doing, Dash? And I'll come to Hatsu then before any action is taken as well.
Just depends. Is Hatsu through the smoke bomb? Naturally, I presume there's like, what the fuck is that kind of reaction from them. Hatsu and Ayami, are they moving past, or what is the
go
action
to Hatsu in a second, but
there?
Ayami has already gone by and jumped up the wall over the rafters. So you don't know where she is right now, but you know she went that way.
Cool. So
I assume Hatsu is also moving, though. I don't think he's just going to chill. So
I figured. It might make more sense to go to him first, because what Dash would do kind of depends on what is happening in front of him.
Okay. Hatsu, what are you doing, Bob?
I can tell you what I have in mind if you like.
Before any actions are taken, before any actions are taken, I'm going to come to all of you anyway. So, we're just setting up right now. So, Hatsu, you go ahead.
Hatsu would have, he did set the smoke bomb, and he said he used the smoke bomb to go past the guards to follow Thrakgar.
Okay. So Hatsu goes past the guards while Ayami is investigating the cells. So Dash, you're the last one then, yeah.
Perfect. So in that case, Dash will move towards the desk. I assume he's bleeding from the nick he caught earlier. Yeah. So what he's going to do, he's going to cover the exposed part of his face in blood, and he's still wearing the uniform. So he's going to be at the desk, just go. They're gone that way, pointing towards the main door.
Deception with advantage. At this point, I'll say Ayami followed Hatsu, and Alira has gone through the smoke as well.
It's an 18 on deception.
18 on deception. Don't know why I can't see that.
He's going to just kind of theatrically collapse on the desk as well.
Okay. Yep. I'll say that at least 2 of the guards go running out, leaving one. I'll say as you look kind of through, as the smoke is dispersing, you no longer see Hatsu, Ayami. You see Alira standing looking in through the door that Thrakgar, Ayami, and Hatsu went through. And then you see one guard standing there who's like, what the? And then you see a Madriana just drop out of the rafters and whoosh, just like land and just immediately just neck incisions with her daggers as this guy falls to his knees while she's perched on his shoulders, and then he begins to fall forward and she just steps off. Would that be?
All right, first and foremost, I'm going straight to Papa Hatsu cell, and I'm unlocking it.
Okay.
I'll do the other one.
Okay, so from both of you, I need Thieves' Tools. The DC for these prison cells is 16.
About 17.
I'll take a 17.
Not rolling.
It is rolling a shot.
The tools underneath your thing, not the.
Roll underneath. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
It's in chat. Yeah.
Underneath the perception and the blah 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 blah.
And 18 for me.
Oh yeah. With ease, you both unlock the doors, tink tink, and you pull open these these big iron cell doors.
So to my crowd, and just like to the tea house, run.
These elderly people begin to stand up. They're very dehydrated and tired, but they're like, oh, okay, and then they start to shuffle out. And Madriana.
So there's Papa Hatsu. Who else?
There's a few elderly unknown people to you. The only people who would really know, like blacksmiths and stuff, yeah. But there's The only people who'd really know this have already left, so it's really hard for me to describe who's in the cell.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna see, is Papahatsu, like, is he like, he's really fucked up, but like, is he alert? Like, is he awake? Is he able to be awoken?
Make a medicine check for me.
Not what I'm good at, but let's try it.
Hey, look.
That's a 17.
I mean, I'm not good at this. I just got like the third highest number I could get. No problem. Yeah. So you lean down. He is like barely conscious. He has lost a lot of blood, a lot of muscle mass. Much like the, I know you didn't see them, but much like the family that were in Hatsu's house that were being tortured and stuff. Here he's being tortured too, but like continuously and not taken as good care of as he should be. What you do find though is that he's missing the fingers on his right hand, and his legs have been cut, and the tendon on his right leg has been severely cut, so that even if he tried to run, he couldn't.
That's fine. Dash, get in here now. Help me lift him.
Yep.
And I'm putting on my Halo harness.
Hell yeah.
And I'm basically using Dash to help me load him into the Halo harness.
No problem.
I'll walk him out to the front door, and I'm going to fly him back to the tea house.
No problem. He's quite tall, so while you have him harnessed in, Dash, you help kind of lift the legs and just bring him out carefully, like not fucking up any more injuries, and bring him out further. Like immediately just like like rips the muscle out or something.
Dash forgets to put his daggers away. He's like, yeah, I'll help. Oh shit.
Corn on the cob. You help this out. And Adriana, you're beelining out of here, is it?
Oh yeah, I'm taking him straight to the tea house.
The second you're out, you fly.
That's what I was coming here for, and that was it.
Hell yeah. The second you're done, you fly off. Dash, you watch as he goes. You turn around and go ahead.
Sorry, as I'm in transit, I'm going to be saying, Aldrin, a lot of injuries coming your way, gonna need help, but Papahatsu I'm bringing in hot, very fucked up, need a lot of help.
I'm just going to mentally communicate to Madriana as well where the medical kit was.
Oh yeah, she would have to go back to the house to get that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, just so you know where it is, if time allows, kind of thing.
I'll also bring Slate in because he technically heard that too. So if either of you want to say anything, you can. Slate, I'm actually coming to you shortly anyway. So cool.
The only thing you get is some version of like an acknowledgement copy, some equivalent.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll have more to say by then as well, because we'll come to you in a second.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to add to that note anyway.
I'm not going to say much just because I'm not going to let the lads know that I still have this connection because I told them I didn't.
You can do it mentally. You don't have to like do it verbally. Like you can mentally communicate. So.
Yeah, cool. I'll just say, cool. We're ready when you are. So.
Cool. Madriana takes off and flies. Dash, you turn around and you see that Alira's there with you. Is he going to be okay?
I have no idea. Let's check on Hatsu.
The elderly here.
We'll come back to this.
Are they okay? Like, should we be worried about them?
Well, we should be worried about everybody. If you want to escort them to the tea house, by all means, we have an extraction plan from there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what's best. The tea house. Okay, noted. Yeah, we can.
Tea house. Yes, we have an exit strategy from there. And Alira, thank you so much. I'll either meet you there or at the extraction point. Too much to explain now. Go.
Yeah, no problem. As you turn to go back in, she's like, oh, one more thing. You feel a searing pain in your spine. I need you to make a constitution saving throw for me, please.
Fuck's sake. That is a 19.
Unfortunately, still not enough. You are severely poisoned.
My kids.
You are severely poisoned as a dagger pierces your spine and the voice changes. Send my regards to Papa Slate.
Ah, that little fuck.
You take... You take 5 points of piercing damage, luckily. You take 7 points of poison damage as well. Meanwhile, I'm going to go to Slate. Slate, you are, after pulling open the wreckage of this building, and you find several bodies within a cavern in here that are available to be saved. You find one woman who's covered in soot and everything, but she's got like these kind of fingerless gloves and a jacket on, and these kind of jeans, blonde hair, very unconscious. You find a woman who she has darker skin, but she's wearing sort of almost vestment robes. You find there's a woman here who is a little older but looks great for her age. You may have seen her before in one of the tea houses, actually, I think. You find a gentleman with a brown beard, long hair. He's kind of got these metal plates on his arms, not like Eldrin, but more ceremonial, if that makes sense. Like, they look expensive. And a green cape, and broken glasses on his face. As most notably, you find someone laying here who is wearing dark armor, purple over it, gold brooch here, and would be the real Illyra. But you don't obviously know that the not real Illyra is running out around there.
The first thing I'm going to do is give myself a little pep talk under my breath. Like, okay, you can do this. This is what we train for.
Oh, yeah.
This is, my version of I know a little something about this. What I'm going to do then is the thing that you do when there's triage and stuff, which is anybody that's talking or asking for help, you ignore them and go to the ones that are quiet. You start with the quiet ones first, and then you prioritize according to the injury. So the ones that aren't moving are prioritized over someone who's moving, and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Therefore, I potentially have I can get to the more critical ones first, and then we can move them out, in turn. So obviously I would be assessing as I went with order of priority. I will assess each and every one for obviously grievous critical type situations first.
They're all fairly critical. Nobody is conscious, so even without medical checks, like, nobody here looks really good. They've been in this place for at least 2 days, so those who even may have survived in the sense of, like, whether or not they lived or through the explosion or anything like that is hard to tell, but those who did would be, like, on the tail end of that anyway, because they'd be weakened over time.
How many people, because I know you gave me the descriptions, but how many people was that?
I think 5. Yeah, 5.
So for speed, because time is of the essence, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna cast Mass Healing Word, which is 6 creatures 60 feet. Okay. And just burst all of them, and if there's an additional, like a random or even a piece of somebody that I can see, I'll just hit them for the 6th, whoever, it doesn't matter. And then the idea is everybody gets an uplift. Okay. But
if it lets you cast it for me. If it doesn't, we'll just mark off the slot and we'll go from there. Oh, it lets you cast it, great. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you target the creatures and you start to heal the people. You hear various different, like, as people start coughing and waking up. As the woman investment starts to cough, like, actual soot comes out of her lungs. Like, those who were on death's door are now off the porch, let's say.
What I'm gonna do is, obviously, anyone who's mobile, etc., we're gonna start moving them out one by one. quickly but steadily. It's not about rushing them. It's about, you're making sure they're not getting any more injured, but obviously they can't stay there either. So it's trying to balance the two things. Obviously we've cleared an opening and we found a way in, and we were supporting it as we went, so that shouldn't be an issue. What I'm gonna do is get Malric, if there's anything throughout the whole building and everything we've removed, if there's any two pieces of wood and anything to make the equivalent of like a stretcher, but because he's so big, he can drag it like a horse is what I'm looking for. He can just hold two ends, and people can sort of half sit, half stand, half whatever on it, and he can pull them along and he can start heading back. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be comfortable, it just has to be functional, and it doesn't matter if it's, ripped or not 100% secured. It just gives somebody who can't maybe walk at a proper pace, they can hop on it. Anyone who can walk, limp, hold their arm if it's broken, dislocated, whatever, they move with them. Do you know that type of way?
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to do there. And then I'm going to have one quick look to make sure that we haven't missed anybody in the same location, and make sure that we're not rushing off and leaving anybody. And I'm going to wait a second when he heads away, and I'm going to see what Hannah does, but then I'm going to ask them to be quiet, and I'm going to, like knock on a pipe type thing and see if anybody else knocks back. One of those type of earthquake scenarios. Just make sure nobody's left.
You and Hannah are left as he drags these people towards the TS. It's just down the street, so it's not that far.
Exactly.
You knock on a pipe and you hear almost this steel sound knocking back, but it's not coming from within the building. It's coming from it's coming from outside the building.
Yeah, well, I'll follow the pipe work or the metal to try and decipher where that's coming from.
Okay. You continue to tap and to knock, and Kaelora, I think it's Satana. Kaelora is like, is that from within the building?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I don't know this area like everybody else. And I'm just gonna I've taken out my my dagger and my chef's knife because I'm just using metal on metal because it's easier, that type of to make the sound.
Yeah.
And I just keep do it, listen for it, do it, listen for it, and try and follow it, trying to decipher inside, outside, the building adjacent, to try and find out where the source is coming from.
I'll start with Slate, but you're all on the block now. Slate, you follow the noise until you're greeted by the entity making it. And it's simply two words you hear. Well, shit. With him are several uniformed men, maybe women, who knows, can't tell another, who are standing outside the door, and a few feet down you see the tarp with Malric standing there with his hands up as a few people are surrounding him as well. Madriana, as you fly over holding Hashirama, you can see the scene that is below you. It is not safe to land outside the tea room, because basically between Slate and the tea room is where Malric is standing, surrounded by people. Dash, you fall to one knee, finding it hard to concentrate. This is messing with your system. And from here on, until your next long rest, you have 1 point of exhaustion. And if you do not deal with this poison soon, it may increase. Eldrin. As you come up to greet Amadriana, you take a peek through the door and you can see the scenes that are taking place outside. You know that Slate is caught in this because you can see him across the way. Though you don't know necessarily where Amadriana is unless you come out and you're like looking at the sky. You know that crazy shit is going down. Atsu, you and Ayami walk into the back room, where you find Thrakar with his feet up on a desk. Not who I expected. But I suppose I can bring an end to a name. I have time. Before you can react, Ayami is swinging her sword. Weslyn, Ducky does not want to come down these fucking stairs. I don't know, man. There's just, I don't know. Like, there's just no hope. He's just not coming down the stairs. And Eos, you wait with bated breath. You check on Lissa and make sure she's okay, the babies are okay, everything is fine. But you do have a faint migraine. Whether or not the impact of the moon is strong on you is hard to tell. Until you see the mirror. You recognize a face. Paler skin than you, gray. A paler hue in the eyes, almost red. You see Ecdicacy. Eos. It's time. When this night ends, we bring the boy to the stone.
Oh.
I will help your friends as I promised.
You made a promise?
It's time. Our path is before us. I did what I was supposed to do. And I will create this tunnel for them. And then we take the boy where he needs to go.
Very well. Let it be.
Beyond the scope of this group, there are many moving parts in this city. Asuka Toshitsugu has infiltrated another facility. She's trying her best to get what she can. Elder Cohen has gone back to the temples in search of anyone that he can find. Masaki Kanzawa has headed to the stables, where he told the help to hide. Nora and Orla search both residential and the market. Above the ocean, coming ever closer, is a threat that belongs only to the king. Eldrin, as you lean out the door, you notice a pair of legs leaning against the building, where Hashirama Toshitsugu is found, and Amadriana is nowhere to be seen. And Weslyn. An invitation offered, an invitation accepted. You no longer find yourself at the top of the stairs looking at Ducky. but deep in the woods, far away. You're not in the Isles anymore. We'll pick up from here next week.
What?
There's legs. A pair of legs. What are legs
okay.
attached to? Like
Well,
legs? Oh, we
Just legs?
Oh no, the legs were Hatsu's father.
They were Hatsu's father.
Where's the rest of them?
No, the rest
Is
of him
there
is there. He
body
just sees the
attached
legs
No, it's just
first.
yeah.
He was just
only
leaning against
sees
the building
legs.
from that side. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to say it in a
Okay.
way of like he was fucking like cut in half or something.
That's what I thought.
And Madriana brought half of the father with her.
Madriana turned into Obi-Wan Kenobi there and just cut him in half.
I guess we'll find out where Madriana went in a few weeks, Mr. Rhino, because I don't believe you're with us now for a little bit, if I remember correctly.
I can't guarantee it.
Can't
I
guarantee it.
could be, I couldn't be.
Okay. For the
Madriana
moment,
went to the North Pole.
we'll figure out where you're at and when you can join. Love to have you as much as you can. I will have information for you about where you are and what you're doing anyway, regardless. So feel no pressure. Izzy, don't worry. I'm sure it'll all be fun. John, you and I will catch up as well. Yeah. Blood Moon offers many things.
Offers trauma.
Yeah.
I am,
should have just gone to my
however,
kids.
mostly ready to record the one shot that you may be playing over Christmas time.
Hell yeah.
I have
That
the
I would
story together. I just need maybe a little bit of help from a couple of people here with some maps, and that's about it.
You got it, boss. More than happy to. We can definitely make that happen, and hopefully we can get that up and running. And if so, that would be broadcast, I think, around... It's going to be our first pre-record, technically, but it'll be broadcast around one of the Christmas weeks, I think, of Christmas would be when we do that. And I believe we're also working on trying to get either a Beyond the Isles or a metagaming to see if we can get that for one of for the other week that we'd be missing, because over Christmas we shall be missing 2 weeks. If there's... Boo, yeah. I thought you were like, and I was like, is it 3 weeks? I just panicked for a second there. Yeah, no, boo. But we will be back. But for now, that doesn't matter because we are in November. We're just planning ahead. I need to find someone to
In November. No planning ahead.
We will continue from here. I'm just going to find someone to read.
Why is it always Dash that gets stabbed?
He knows why.
He really doesn't.
I'd be more worried about the fact that Eos is about to go and murder your baby.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the way she said, yeah, go ahead, whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You got to honor a deal, man. Made a pact. Go with it.
Yeah, but when the pact involves another sentient being, I think they need to be...
No. That baby didn't seem so sentient to me.
No, it's just
Wait and see.
like that's the only reason why she checked if the baby was okay, because it has to be sacrificed, right?
It doesn't even have an awesome name. It has a stupid name.
Exactly.
Oh, jeez.
Yo.
Sacrifice,
it's
given
not
sacrifice.
fair, the
deserved.
calling of a season, man. You got to work
Yeah.
on that one.
If a
Well, no, you
baby
won't have to,
dies
you
in
have
the
to next
portal,
week.
does it really make a sound?
Yeah.
It's the same thing in Ark. If you're breeding dinos, give it a weird name because you don't really care.
Yeah.
Unlike
They
your
go
raptors.
into the grinder anyway, right?
Yeah. Off you go, test
Well, I do
underscore
if it's
000.
busy with penguins. Yeah.
Oh,
if
that
it's busy
noise,
with
man.
penguins, it's nothing but the grinder.
That's screaming. Oh, baby.
Like right into the microphone, too. Yeah, baby.
Oh.
Kitty.
Please don't bite me. Thank you.
The real DM has spoken.
Yeah, the real DM has spoken. Yeah, so we will pick up here from next week. We're going to raid Chaotic Fabulous RPG, who are playing Students of the Arcane Magistratum. I think we raided them a few weeks ago. We raid a lot of the similar people because, hey, guess what? It's on Wednesdays. Most of us operate on a schedule-based system. But I like these guys. These guys are nice. They're super friendly. So tell them we sent you. And they are... The episode is called Lizard.
Friendly.
So that's where we're at the moment. We're playing Lizard.
Lizard.
We'll pick up here from next week with people.
Lizard.
Some people will be here. I'm looking forward to it as we
Kick some ass.
continue our Siege of Saigo no Toshi series.
You're going to die, mate.
We will see.
Use the emotes. Check out our merch store.
I
Check
mean,
out
you
the
can only
socials.
grow when
All of
you
those things.
cross your boundaries, right? That's what it is.
And also we have busy on Friday, I think. You're possibly God of Warring it or something on Friday?
It's planned, but I also have to admit that work is a lot at the moment, so I try my best to make it happen on Friday.
We'll see what we can do. Hopefully you'll be there. If not, we'll be back next Wednesday. Please join us. We love you very much. Thank you for being here. We're going to raid these people now. Enjoy your week. We will see you next week. Take care. All the best.
See you next Wednesday.
Ciao, ciao.